Hi, welcome back. Are you a dream chaser? It's difficult, but there is an art to making it work. Welcome to the Art of Possibility podcast, where we interview creatives and ask them, how'd you do it? Today we have Cantrell Hollingsworth of Red Hound Heavy Hammer and Pancakes and Booze. You're in for an interesting episode, so sit back, relax, and have a listen.
My name is Cantrell Hollingsworth. So I'm a visual artist, focused in printmaking, and at this point in my career, I'm also like a events facilitator. So now I put on shows for artists. I create an environment for artists to show their work.
Is that something that you've always wanted to do? Or?
I've kind of always been a part of that, yeah. I cut my teeth in Allentown in a gallery up there. It was like an event space. Like, it was literally everything. It was just like a bunch of like shitty punk DIY kids. It was in the 10th ward, and it was just this big old abandoned cigar factory that got turned into like art space. And I stumbled upon it and kind of just weaseled my way in and became like a core member of that and just worked my way up. So, and a lot of that was putting on events, teaching classes, curating shows, putting on music events. It was like a bunch of, it was a bit of everything, and I fell in love with that. So it's like, it was like, yeah, that's definitely the direction I would like to move, you know.
Teaching art classes?
Yeah, so I used to teach free kids classes. So it's like the 10th ward was, and still is a fucking shithole.
Mm-hmm.
The people there are fucking great, right? Mm-hmm. It's not that, it's just, you know, the area is fucking tough. Right. Like fucking, like shootouts in front of the building, right? Yeah, so it's like you just had a bunch of like anywhere from like, you know, 6 to 13-year-old fucking ragamuffins, you know what I mean? And this was like a cool little spot, right? So they were like, who knows, like, I mean, I didn't know what their home life was like, but there's kids running around socks in the streets, you know what I mean? They had nowhere to be. So they would just end up in the gallery, and they just like a bunch of little ducklings, you know, following you around. So we opened a kids class, and we'd like do arts class. It was pretty much just like, you're better off just hanging out with us dummies than hanging out with those dummies out there. You know
and learning an outlet to express yourself in a way that's positive instead of negative.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. So yeah, and it was just like, you know, it was cutesy little shit. Like, we'd get, you know, we'd fucking trash pick styrofoam from like, you know, to-go containers or like the old, you know, meat packing, whatever. And I just like, this is how you print make. Look, we're going to draw on this thing, going to put ink on it, and then we're going to print it on paper. And it was cool. And they'd just wander around, and it's like they'd hang out with me all day. We'd do a class, and then you'd have like a fucking hardcore show, and there's like dudes just like fucking you know, bicycle kicking each other in the head, you know what I mean, throwing fists, and there's like, I'm tending bar, which was just handing out PBRs, but, you know what I mean, and then there's like a bunch of like, there's like a whole pack of little kids sitting behind me, just cute as hell, just smiling at me, like just happy to be there, and it's just like, fucking throw down, motherfucker, and then it's just like, you guys okay? You know, it's like, and they got like the earmuffs on, and like the earplugs in, there's just happy to fucking be there.
They're happy. They're not.
Yeah, they're just pumped. They're just pumped to be involved. You know, they had no idea what was going on. I got a bunch of I got like, you know, this, you know, 18-year-old kid get his teeth knocked in by some 40-year-old who was like way too old to be in the scene, but he still fucking throw it down. Yeah, it was cool though. That was a really good experience. But yeah, anyway, that's so as far as putting on events and like doing that and being like a facilitator, it definitely started there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, you know, growing up in restaurants, doing banquets and things like that. So it's like service to a mass, like a large group of people, just kind of always made sense.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. And I feel like when you're in a position like that, where you're working with kids and creating that kind of space where they can, where like they're trying to learn from you, they're something that they're doing later in life is heavily affected by what you're teaching them right now. Like, what do you mean you guess?
No, like literally, I don't think. Yeah. Literally, I think I hope what those kids took away from that was they're not gonna remember fucking printing on styrofoam. They're not gonna remember any of that shit. Nor will they give a fuck. I hope that they took away is like, hey, you know what? At least somebody gives a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not educating anybody. I'm just I'm like it's a fucking just a bunch of tattooed shitheads doing a daycare for a bunch of kids in the shit. You know what I mean?
I think you'd be surprised. I mean, I think I think people especially would remember the styrofoam thing.
That's
a lasting odd memory. That's like something that creeps up on you when you're like 16.
Sure.
And you're like, oh shit! Remember when I
that would be cool.
when I did that?
It's like that's the vehicle for people to remember that somebody gives a fuck. That's like I feel like I know for me with music, hearing artists talk about things that felt like they were narrating my life was the biggest formative thing for some of my favorite artists, and I'm so sure that some of those kids that you were working with will look back and be like, remember that dude who was just like knocking motherfuckers out with his feet?
Well, yeah, hopefully they didn't see me doing that shit. But,
I think most of the value comes more from the opportunity cost of what were they doing with you versus what could they have been doing somewhere else.
Throwing rocks at people. And shit.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, it was
How long ago was this when you did this?
So I'm gonna say like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long were you there in Allentown?
So I'm gonna say like 3 years plus, give or take, something like that.
Were you living in Allentown at the time?
No, I was set to never do art again. I was engaged to a incredible young lady, and it was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the fucking factory life. I had a fucking regular fucking job, you know what I mean? Just fucking work for the weekend. You know, we're engaged. We got our first apartment. I'm like 23 or so,
right?
Something like that. And yeah, I was like, all right, cool. This is my life. Like, gave up. You know, I did like I was like a part of like the artist league of whatever in Norristown. You know what I mean? Art association there. I was doing like small shows for this like high fucking end like retirement community. It was like a black tie event. A juried show. Like, it was like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean?
And you were
like,
booking the artists for that?
No, fuck no. I was just showing mine. I was just showing my prints. Dude, I didn't know which side of the bed to piss off.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, I was young, I was green, no idea what the fuck was going on. But it was like small, little, tiny things like that. Little wins, you know?
Right.
Never did it cross my mind that like art was gonna be my career. It was like you're gonna get a job like your father and his father. You're gonna work in a fucking factory. You're gonna pump out a bunch of fucking she's gonna pump out a bunch of fucking kids, and that's just gonna be your life. You're gonna fucking retire and you're gonna drink beer with your brothers.
Right.
And yeah, and then we split, and my life just fractured. Right. So like, oh fuck. What now?
Suddenly you're an independent agent.
Right, yeah. And so I hop on Tinder for the first time in my entire fucking life. And I go on a date with the first girl I talked to. And she takes me to fucking Allentown. Right. And we walk through this gallery.
No shit.
No shit. No fucking shit, yeah. So we walk through the gallery. And it's empty, right? And it's this big, it's like a 4-story old brick building. Out comes this fucking... Am I allowed to curse on this? Am I allowed to say bad words?
Right. We've been cursing so much already.
So now. Well, now I checked. I lost the gusto. I'm not going to say it. But so out walks this guy. His name is Brandon Wonder. Right? And he runs the alternative gallery. And he comes out. He's like probably about up to here. Right? Fucking long hair. You know, just scruffy looking. And he's like, hey, what's going on? Gives us a tour. Fucking cult leader.
With a name like Brandon
Wonder. Cult leader, dude. And
like
I walk
real cult leader, like actually leading the cult?
So right. So and I'm just like holy fuck. Like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we do this, we do all this, we do this.
Right.
And yeah, you should get involved. You're an artist. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm an artist. Like, literally, my heart's broken. Like, I'm living alone. You know what I mean? In this like, what was gonna be my like home with my future wife, and I'm just shattered. And in walks this beautiful fucking cunt, Yeah. And he's just like, he's like, I'm gonna give you everything, buddy. He takes me up to the roof, right? And that's how you know you're fucking stuck.
You got
like,
Willy Wonka.
I got Willy fucking Wonka. I got Willy fucking Wonka. He takes me up to the top, and like I'm looking all over Allentown with this fucking hot chick that like first date, right? I'm like, my life's going great right now, you know? And he's just like, yeah. Anyway, we got an open house. Would you want to show your art? And it was like, yeah, like fuck yeah, of course I do. Shit. So I do. Come back next Thursday or whatever. The open house show, hang out. He's like, do you want a studio? Yeah, I fucking do. And then Cantrell starts thinking, right? And it's like, yeah, right. This guy's definitely gonna like harvest my organs or something crazy, right? Like if it's too good, it's too good.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, fucking gives me a studio, like fucking first studio ever, and I'm like, fuck, this is awesome. And then it was like, so I'm taking.
And what are you making at that point? Like prints?
At that point, like, so I've always been a print maker, right? Well, I started doing graffiti as like a fucking kid. With like,
there's an art to that.
Absolutely. I will tell you this: if there's one thing, right, the people's art, the art that belongs to the people, right, is tattoos and graffiti. Because you don't have to go to a fucking gallery for that bullshit. Nobody's gonna like, aside from like obviously the. You know, the craftsman or woman that's like fucking slapping that shit in your skin, they're making money because they gotta live, right? It's a trade, right? But that belongs to us, right? It's on our walls, it's on our skin, right? They can't fucking take that from us. They can't charge us money to go fucking see it. That's ours, right?
It's been there since the dawn of time.
Bingo, baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been marking ourselves and our walls since the beginning.
Right.
They'll never take that from us, right?
Yeah.
So that's true art. Right, graffiti and tattoo is like the purest,
right?
Which is hilarious because it's synonymous with crime and, and right, exactly, good, fucking good, fucking good. But yeah, so I started. Wow, dude, I'm all over the place. You're like, don't worry, we're gonna chop this shit up. We're gonna put it back in order.
That's why we talked to you for 5 hours.
Oh, fuck, shit.
So we can bring it
I should have brought more champagne. So yeah, but anyway, but I was doing like graffiti. I was a huge Banksy fan. Like Banksy fucking changed it, dude. And we're talking like 2005. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You guys didn't even have pubes yet. Fucking 2005, man.
I may have had one.
I was listening.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
More like, I'm a man.
Yeah. That's okay. Honestly, 2005, my voice was still cracking. So,
yeah, what were you, like 60?
Yeah, 60 about, yeah. Yeah, who knows? I'm timeless. I was here when the stars were made, and I will be here long after they burn out, cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Jesus.
But yeah, Banksy was huge.
All right, so you get the Willy Wonka tour, you're drawing inspiration, you get your first studio.
Right, and then I'm like taking out trash, and I'm like, well, how do I pay these guys back? I gotta fucking, you know what I mean? So taking out trash, yada yada. Then Mondays are project night. Oh my god, you're telling me I don't have to just sit in my apartment alone? Let's go.
Right.
So we built everything in that fucking place, dude. And so imagine just an old factory from like the 40s, right?
Right.
Just sitting there. Full of shit. Old documents, desks, all this stuff, right? So, and now all project night is just drink as much fucking PBR you can stomach and fucking run through there and rummage through that, clear it out, because this part of the basement in the warehouse is now going to be our wood shop. This is where we're going to build all our frames. This is where we're going to do all our projects like that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All the tools are in there. So we clear it out. We get fucking wood from I used to actually do a couple projects for Martin Guitar because somehow we had to fucking connect with them.
It was wild.
Yeah, so we got like all of their old guitar cuts, like all the, you know what I mean, scraps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we just mill that shit down and use it for fucking whatever we want. Like just the coolest clubhouse ever, full of like the most degenerate fucking alcoholic pieces of shit you'd ever want to fucking meet. And it's the best people. My best fucking I love them. I still love them. And they're just wayward shit rats. And just like me. Shit rat. And Brandon Wonder capitalized on that. God damn it.
Right.
So
Hence the cult leader.
Dude, for real,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I hate that he is a staple in my life. I do. Like, so it's like the fact that we're like Brandon Wonder, and it's like, fuck, I'm telling you my story, and I gotta talk about this fucking
Right.
dickhead. I will say this. He did create this place.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Respect for that.
This place, I would not be where I am without the alternative gallery.
Right.
So,
And he
in
did create it,
that, I do have
Yeah.
to say I would not be here without Brandon Wonder.
Right.
As much as I want to fucking put my fingers through his eyeballs, and scramble his brains, but yeah. And he was like, dude, like I looked at him like he was a fucking, he was my father, he was my older brother, he was
Right.
God,
So is that why you got out of that? Did it go south?
Oh my, yeah. Well, anything that's run by humans is gonna get fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he gave you a platform to
Big
express
time.
To
yourself.
begin.
Big
More than
time. He
anything.
gave me a spot. I built my first print shop in there,
Right.
in Count Press,
Yeah.
with Victoria Beck.
Right.
Victoria Beck is, you've met Vic at the print shop. when we went up.
Yeah.
That was the second print shop.
Are you still there?
There's a whole thing. They split, so it's like the print shop's like,
Right, yeah.
kind of scattered in the wind. She's well, actually that's not true. So she opened a spot in Emmaus.
In where?
I forget which town it is, but it's up north.
Okay.
Right, it's up in the mountains.
Right.
And Victoria Beck is an unstoppable fucking force. So she came in as an intern. So I'm running around just being like a part of this organization, right? Doing shows every fucking night. You know what I mean? Like hip hop, punk, fucking whatever, literally whatever.
And are
Except-
you booking the acts at that
Oh,
point,
no,
or
no.
you're?
I'm not
you're
doing
just
anything,
chilling?
dude. I'm
Yeah.
just a dude who's got a free studio upstairs
Right.
who likes hanging out and building shit.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Not bad.
Yeah, so it's
Not
cool.
a bad dude to be.
No, not a bad dude to be at all.
Definitely.
And then it's like, then I ended up on the board of directors with them. Big air quotes
Right.
on that, right? It was just all the motherfuckers who
Okay,
just
yeah.
wanted to be there, and it's like, we're the board of directors.
You get to stand closest to Wonder.
Right, exactly. Yeah, pretty much, right? And yeah, and everything was fucking all good. It was great.
Right.
Fucking anyway, but Victoria, in walks Victoria Beck, who's like this fucking shoulder high, fucking head shaved. I think at the time, or does she have dreads? I think her head was shaved. Fucking, she's 21. Not even. No, I think she's like 20, right? She's going to art school to be a printmaker, right?
Right.
So, being a printmaker, seeing another printmaker is like, I thought they stopped making us like a long time ago.
Right.
Like, I didn't even know, you know what I mean? Like, one of us still existed. Which is true. Like, that's not really an exaggeration. Like, traditional printmaking is something that's absolutely fucking dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, every once in a while you see it and you get a fucking hard on. You're like, oh, yeah, dude, get it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah. You know? Because, no, a lot of people aren't doing that. It's labor intensive. It's tough. And,
It's
yeah.
dying art.
It's dying art. It's like, but at the same time, printmaking is the coolest.
Right.
That's the camera, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the coolest. Because, so it's like every fucking, so the only reason we have books is because of printmakers. Because a
Yeah.
printmaker created that, right?
Yeah.
Written language, right? The reason it's mass produced and everybody gets to read now is because of printmaking.
Yeah.
Every resistance against any like large military, like any revolution has had a printmaker in a basement pumping out propaganda.
Right.
Fair.
Right?
You need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
It is a
And
staple.
a poet.
And
Who
a-
doesn't do anything.
And Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Dude, we would make such great.
Revolutionaries?
Yeah.
God, if only I had a good basement.
That would be a
If only
force
it
to
was
be reckoned
17.
with and horrifying.
Oh yeah, it would suck. Oh, we'd get killed so fast.
I,
Oh, God, we'd be so dead. You know what we do? You know what? Look, we'd be like, it would
start
just-
coming up with your quote now that you say when you're getting shot by the firing line, because you cannot have bad last
Suck my
words,
dick
dude.
from the back.
That's what I'm talking about. It cannot be that.
Why not? Could you imagine that? It's like Che Guevara, Cantrell Hollingsworth, suck my dick from the back. Like that's for the people. You know what I mean?
Who's the American guy who got hung?
I mean,
I
there were a lot
regret
of
that I
those.
only have but one life to give for
Yeah,
my
yeah,
nation.
Yeah.
Suck my dick
Dick
from
from
the
the
back.
back. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I
Hell
feel
yeah.
like that'd be a very 2023 thing to dissect.
Yeah. No cat, fam. Suck my dick from the back. I don't know.
Right.
What do you guys say?
We're far beyond that.
You guys are fucking dorks. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck. You guys are just as fucking detached as I am.
Yeah.
Good. Keep it that way.
Fuck you. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Victoria.
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
get back.
She's
Comes
a
into the
force.
picture.
I'm so glad somebody is like keeping track of
We're
us.
paying attention.
I'm glad
Somebody's
you
gotta be watching this.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
Victoria.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So in walks Victoria back, right? And she is just like all right, so she's like this fucking big, right?
Right.
Cute as fuck. Like red hair, fucking shaved down, head tatties, neck tatties, covered, right? And she's like 20 years old, right? And she's just fucking cool as shit. Like tough as fuck. And an absolute like monster at printmaking. Like makes my head spin. I look at her and I'm like, I'm not even a printmaker. You know what I mean? I'm a weekend printmaker. You know what I mean? Like she is a beast. She got accepted into Tamarind, right?
Yeah.
At 21. Tamarind is where master printmakers go.
Right.
And you become a master printmaker. Like title, master printmaker.
They gave you that title. At Cameron.
You get your own roller with an engraved, like your signet, like your image engraved in it. So every piece of paper that's printed out of your shop has your embossing on it.
Wow.
Like, she got accepted into that at 20 fucking 1. This girl is a monster. She's a beast.
She's next level.
Yeah, and she's tough. Like, she's tough.
Right.
Like, she says I love you now, but like it took a while. Like she like I think one of the things I was like most attracted to her is like you're just as stern as my father. You know what I mean? Like you're just as stoic as my dad, and I still want him to say I love you. You know what I mean? I was like,
would get so hard
so
to
it was
hear
like,
that.
yeah, dude, yeah. So I was like, let's go, and we just like just fucking net like yes, we're supposed to be best friends.
It's convenient you said that because the next question I was going to ask you about is your daddy issues.
Oh, good. Actually, you know what? Anybody who has daddy issues, and if they're still alive, right? Your dad's still alive. Wait until they get really old, because then they're cool as fuck. As long as they're not drinkers. Like my father was never a drinker. But yeah, once they hit like a certain age, you just gotta let them ripen. You know what I mean? Once they start getting wrinkly, they're good to go. You know what I mean? And like my father is the sweetest man ever, right?
Let him ripen.
It's like I need to get old enough where like I stopped hating everything.
Right.
He needed to get super old to where he just stopped caring. You know what I mean? And and then you meet in the middle. And it's just like, fuck, why weren't we hanging out like this our whole lives? Like, I love my dad. My dad's fucking cool as shit. It took a long time to get there. But, But yeah, so Vic and I, she was like, she was actually on the fence where it was like, so, and then her and I and the rest of the gang, there's actually a lot of like, pretty incredible artists that came out of that.
Right.
And a lot of them actually do my show now, which is cool as fuck.
That is cool.
Fuck you, Brandon Wonder.
Speaking of, real quick, Tamarind is apparently a non-profit lithography workshop that's part of University of New Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. So she's like, do I go to New Mexico to fucking, pursue this, or do I stay here with this organization because she's already fucking like fish hooked into like the cult that is the Alternative Gallery too.
Right.
And
she's already good. She's already great from what you're saying. Right. So like, she's got the skills to work with.
Right. So she's like, or do I make my own print shop?
Right.
Here. And I was like, I think you should stay and we should build a print shop together.
Right.
And she ended up getting presses for free.
How?
Like I said, she's a fucking machine. So she had to kill
the ones that were at the one that I went.
She sacrificed 30 virgins.
Right. So
prayed to the print gods.
That was actually those. So, dude, like we went through like presses. Like she was literally like this press here, a couple of years. All right, let's get rid of that one, get this one. Let's sell these two and get that one. Let's take this, sell that, and get these. She's just incredible. Anything worth doing should probably be run by a woman.
That's right. That's right.
For real.
I like that.
For real. Just
Feminism
saying,
for the win.
Oh my god, yeah. Right, because she's like, all right, Cantrell, focus. And I'm like, but I want to go fuck that. And she's like, focus. I'm like, but I want to get drunk. She's like, focus. Yeah, exactly. But I want to fight that dude. She's like, shut up, focus. Yeah, dude, we're just dummies.
Oh,
like,
man.
we're here to lift stuff and like, like, go do that. Yes, ma'am. You know what I mean? That's, yeah. best operated that way.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Wait, does she open her own studio in the
alternative
warehouse?
gallery,
In
so
the
in the
alternative
basement,
gallery?
right?
Right.
So yeah. So in the basement, we start. Her and I start in Count Press.
Right.
Right, with like 2 presses.
And what are you printing? Like graphic arts?
Well, so
or-
at that point, we ain't printing shit, man. Like,
Right.
we're printing our own art. I'm printing
Right.
my stuff, right?
Right.
She's printing her stuff. And the whole thing was, she should really be telling this. But, so it's like, yeah, like her mission, or our mission, definitely her mission. Like, I'm a printmaker too, but I'm like just gonna fucking follow you around and we're gonna build this print shop, you know? Right. Yeah, so it's like, but it was like to like just have a facility for other artists to be able to print, because it's hard pressed to find a print shop being a printmaker. That's a pun, right? You guys get that?
Yeah.
Fuck you. So
It's so funny.
yeah, so it was like, yeah, just making that available to other artists and like doing classes, educating, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. However we can make money to keep this thing going.
Right. And did you take the kids down there?
No, fuck no.
No.
No. So yeah, because it's presses. You know how easily little hands get sucked into a press?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, fuck that. And it's
Fair
all
point.
sharp objects
Yeah,
and inks and chemicals and
Right.
solvents, and we literally had a cabinet that we had to be like, this will explode. Like, fucking keep this over here.
As someone
This is
who
full of
very
acid.
unfamiliar with print presses.
This is full of ass.
Seriously,
That's a
like,
fair
look at
point.
this. Like,
I
straight
mean-
up, seriously. Oh, here's the other thing. If you're a printmaker,
Right.
you have a lot of the.
Yeah.
So you make the print shop.
Yeah, so
You're getting your bearings underneath you with Victoria. You finally have more direction than you did ever before, right? When it comes to working with her, because she's a driving force and the leader where you needed it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, so Brandon Wonder was the fucking, you know what I mean?
Leader, yeah.
I guess, right.
Yeah.
So, like, anyway, so we build this, right? We start getting some notoriety.
Right.
Her and I are showing in galleries, right?
Yeah.
Galleries here, whatever, shows there, and my work's selling. Like, I'm making money, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking making money, bitch.
Off of your art.
Off of my
Right,
art.
yeah.
I'm fucking paying rent, bitch. Like,
Yo.
what? You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like,
That
let's go.
PDE for sure.
Let's
Big
go.
energy.
Let's go.
You made more money than our little festival that we threw that one time.
And I was just like, I'll just stroll by. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally walked in there and just tacked them to the wall. No, I didn't even do that. I just laid them out on the table.
Yeah, you
And I
laid
was
them on
like,
the ground.
Yeah, this is it. You know what I mean? This is what I got. Yeah, I think I made like $1,500 that night.
I know. We made enough to pay the bands.
So how much do you think you were making a day? Like
A day? I don't know, buddy. So it's like, say I do 2 shows a month.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I'm making.
A show.
I mean, it's hard to say, right? I should have been keeping account of my finances, but I still don't do that. Yeah. I mean, enough where, like, so let me say this. We're talking, like, money being an artist, right?
Yeah.
You have to have a fucking job. Like, you have to. So while I was doing all of this, all this crazy shit, building a print shop, making my own art, selling my art,
What's
doing
your day
shows,
job to
organizing.
survive?
I was working in a fucking heat treating facility.
Heat treating?
Heat treating. So imagine a vacuum furnace, the size of this building, and just putting giant fucking submarine parts, fucking bomb, like the casings for bombs, everything, right? Huge. All the way down to like shit that goes in your body, or shit like screws that go into like planes for aerospace that you have to sign off that if I falsify a document or if I do this incorrectly and I say that it's okay, for the next 25 years, I can go to federal prison because I fucked this up.
Wow.
So if a screw comes, like a bolt comes out of like a Boeing whatever, right? And that thing falls out the sky, they do their investigation, somehow figure out it's because these parts that came from solar atmospheres are connected to Cantrell Hollingsworth, who's 24, working 13 and a half or 12 and a half hour shifts overnight, heat treating these parts, signed off that they're good, and they definitely aren't. They got me on 25 years. Like, from that day. Like, 25 years from that day, they can still throw my ass in jail.
Right.
Yeah, like, I am responsible. Right. I'm doing that. Right? So I'm up at sucking 7, right? And, well, I changed. I mean, I worked around that company bunch. But yeah, so doing that, right?
Heat treating pre-casted metal parts and whatnot.
Correct. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
And what does that entail? Pushing a button or
So it
literally
depends.
moving things around?
So the big vacuum furnaces, you're just programming.
Right.
Right. This is your run time. This is your heat. This is the chemical that it's getting. This is the gas that's getting quenched in.
Right.
This is your quench time. This is your
Right.
heat time. This is your temp. Right.
Yeah.
Boop 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 boop. Okay. Check it again. We're right. Probably fucked it up. Run. You know what I mean? And then just like
Right.
let it go. And like you know cook time for whatever.
Right.
But I also worked in the lab, right, which is like quality control, whatever.
Right.
It's air furnaces, which means you're actually like physically. It's just this get hot, right? Put part in, pull part out when
Right.
it needs to stop being hot, right? So it's like that's
And then
attention
run
to
a
detail.
bunch of tests to determine.
Yeah, so now
whether
you
or not
have
it's
your
gonna-
HRC hardness Rockwell scale.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
punching. You guys work in machine shops?
No,
Engineers?
I
No,
just
it's
heard
just-
that term before.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so you're just punching metal. This is right, and you're changing your die, your diamond tips, your fucking blah blah blah, fucking punching that shit. Yeah. Yeah, so I did that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
For 12 hours a day?
So in the beginning, yeah, you're 12 and a half hour shifts.
That's wild.
Yeah. And I was doing
How many
construction.
days a week?
4. 4 on, 3 off.
Yep.
And then
Making good money doing that?
dude, I was working $13 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
For real.
Wow.
Yeah, baby. Yep. Because
Like-
we're going back to like
Stay
20,
on that
2014,
grind.
2015.
Stay on that grind.
So I was doing that.
That's better for
It's
2014
better for
at
20
least.
Right.
Wait, because I'm fucking the
That's
shit
not
I'm doing
fair.
is going in airplanes. You know what I mean? Like
You should be getting more for that.
Amen.
I built
was
a whole
making-
house. I built a whole house for $13.
Yeah.
I was
So I
making
was doing that.
$13 an hour working grocery at Lidl. When like a couple. Honestly, that was only a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, inflation's a bitch, but you know, but like, yeah, well, I was doing that, so I'd get out of work, right?
Right.
I fucking do the 12 and a half hour, right? 7 to 7:30, right? I get out at 7:30 in the morning, and then I would drive to a construction site, and I would do contract work for
Yeah.
another 8 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
How much were you sleeping?
I wasn't, dude. My heart was like shattered, right? Like I was,
Yeah, right.
So like I said, like you know what I mean,
Yep.
right?
Nothing matters anymore.
Yeah, fuck
course.
this. Let's just ruin this. You know what I mean? We're gonna ruin this. Like, hopefully this dies before this catches up to this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So just go. Whatever's gonna distract you, get the fuck out of it. This space that you're in, get the fuck out of it. Run, dude. I used to box for money, like straight up, like
Box, like, fight people?
Fucking fight, right?
Wow.
Just because it was a distraction, and it was like,
Right.
you know what? This isn't gonna last very long in this
Right.
state, right? I was planning on checking out, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, let's just do the most hard, badass fucking shit ever, right? I had a friend went missing, and she was like, she left her old man and was like shacked up with this like fucking meth dealer, piece of shit, out in Percy, and couldn't find her. So I'm like looking for her because we grew up together.
Like personally, like you.
Yeah, I'm going door to door.
yeah.
Like, have you seen her? Where is she?
Wow.
Right? And yeah, last we saw her, she was with a meth dealer. Like, she was
Yeah.
living with him. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, we gotta find her, right? So I actually went to the Percy Police Department. This is how fucking dumb and insane I was. Fucking went there. Like, I'd like to talk to one of your detectives.
Yeah.
They're like, for what? I was
What
like,
the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, I think I have a lead on blah 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 and a missing person. And they're like, okay. And like, I'm skinny, dude. I was much skinnier back then. Like, I looked like I was on that. You know what I mean? Like, was not sleeping. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
drinking my
man.
ass off, fucking working
And
like
doing
crazy.
manual labor
And right,
20 hours a day.
right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I look like shit, right?
Right.
And I go in there and I'm like, hey, so my friend's missing. I want your help finding her, right? And I'm pretty sure it has something to do with this guy, right? I will do whatever, like I'll be your informant for
Right.
this fuck if you help me find her. And he was like, yeah, sure.
All right.
Here's a phone. Yeah, like burner phone. Yeah, and turns out she wasn't missing. She fucking ran away from this guy and was like
Right.
hiding out with her aunt in Reading. And cop was a cunt, you know what I mean? Shitbag. I was like, so what we're gonna do is like, we're just gonna strap you up with this. Right? We're gonna put a little wire, and we're gonna send you in there, and you have to do 3 different purchases 3 different times with this guy
Right.
in his building. So we're going to search your car. We're going to send you in. You're going to come back. You're going to go back to this like location that we determined. And then we're going to search your car again, search you, determine that you made this purchase, right? And then we're going to document it 3 times. I was like, okay, well,
So they were also catching the meth dealer or trying to track
right.
him?
So that was
Right.
like, that was the, so.
2 birds with 1 stone. I
Right,
guess.
right, right.
up
Well, they
for
didn't
that.
give a,
That
they didn't
was
give a
the
fuck
They didn't
about
go
the fact.
fuck. Yeah,
that,
yeah.
And she was fine. Like, honestly,
Right.
like 2 weeks into this, they were like, yeah, she's good. I'm like, yeah, she's good. All right, this is all like a waste of time. And I felt
Right,
really dumb.
right.
But like at the same time, I'm like, this is exciting. Like, I
Right.
want to do this. Like,
I'm wearing a wire. I'm
yeah, this is
Yeah,
cool as
like,
fuck.
Jesus.
I'm
Yeah,
literally in
this is cool.
CSI
How have I
Miami
never
right
heard
now.
this one before?
Because nothing really ever happened. You know what I mean? Like, I did that. I had the burner phone. I was like talking back and forth with the officer or detective, whatever his name. It was like Wolf. I don't know if that was actually even his, whatever.
Right.
Um,
But life had no point at this point for you.
yeah, sorry, dude.
So you were like,
Oh my
fuck
goodness.
yeah, let's be
Yeah.
undercover,
Yeah, so-
awesome guy.
That and dude, and so also there's also parties that were happening in Quakertown where it was just like
Right.
dude just made a ring in like
Right.
the front yard of their house. It was like a long dirt road barn
Right.
farmhouse, and this guy just
Boxing
like
ring.
and a ring. It was just like
Holy
fucking
shit.
6x pounded into the ground with bungee cords or like rope, and it was just like it's like yeah, dude. So I would just go there and like learn how to wrap my hands. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just show up with a bottle of Jameson, 2 packs of Reds, and just be like, $50 on me. And they'd get a DJ. Like, this is like the dumbest shit. Like, dude, my in was, the DJ was the guy, he worked on my crew when I was doing heat training. I was like a shift lead for the one building.
Right.
And one of the guys, I forget his fucking name, all those guys are, you know, they all got kids or whatever now. But yeah, they were doing that shit. They were
Yeah.
like, hey, you know, there's like boxing in the ring. I was like, sign me up.
Something
Like,
else.
for real. I was like trying to get my boys, like, we should all go in. Like, all my
We
buddies.
could win so much money
Yeah.
if we all bet on ourselves.
So yeah, dude. So you know, the one time I'm in there and it was like wrap my hands, talking to this girl, my buddy's little sister, right? She's dating some, I think he was a Puerto Rican kid, right? He was from I think the Valley, and it was like, yo, what's up, girl? How you been? You know, how's your brother? Blah, 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 blah. Right? And the
Right.
dude comes up talking shit. He's like, why are you talking to my girl? I was like, eat shit, guy. This is like,
Yeah.
you know, my buddy's like, whatever. He's like, all right, well, you want to fucking fight? That's what we're here to do. I'm like, oh yeah, let's fight. $50. Me. I go around wrapping my hands. I look professional as fuck. You know what I mean? I didn't know shit. I just watched a YouTube video on how to wrap your hands. They don't break when you punch a motherfucker.
Right.
So I'm just
It's
sitting
all
there,
about that psychological
dude,
thing.
for real.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there wrapping my hands, and he's like, I don't want to fight you. He's like talking like he's like, nah, fuck that, it ain't that important. This guy's a bitch. I ain't gonna fight. This waste my time. I'm like, okay, dude, we can still fight. I got $50 on the fucking table. Like, we can do this right fucking now.
Right.
Yeah. And like, what's really important though, if you're gonna fight a motherfucker, don't be a cocky bitch.
Right.
Don't be a cocky
Okay.
bitch. Because if I was like, let's go,
Write that
bitch,
down.
I'm
Write that down.
gonna break your fucking face.
Right.
He would kill me. You know what I mean? Like,
Destroy you.
but it's just like, hey, listen, man. Like, if you want to fight, it would be an honor
Cool,
to fight
calm,
you.
and collected.
It would be an honor to fight you.
Right.
And then you fucking beat their ass. But yeah. So and they were like, nah, I'm not gonna fight you. But I had money on the table.
Right.
Moosey will fight you. Like this, I don't remember his name. White bull, huge, and like him and I, only white bulls in that fucking place, right? So there's my skinny ass sitting there, dudes like big motherfuckers, and they're like, "You're fighting?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." You know, like, yes, sir, I am. I'm here to fight. You know, I'm here to make money.
Gee willikers, I am.
Exactly.
I'm gonna try my best.
But they bring out the only other white bull that was hanging out in the back.
Yeah.
Big fucking moosey, dude. He comes out and he's just like, yo, I'm done. I'm here to fight. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
let's go. You know, fucking $50. We ran 3 rounds. Fucking ate him, dude. I fucking ate him.
Yeah.
Fucking took his money because everybody put
Wow.
money on this guy because he's fucking 10 times my fucking size. I should have put money on him. You know what I mean? No, yeah, I just won. You know what I mean? I drank enough whiskey that I
Right.
fucking just like took it. And fucking
Yo.
gave it. And it was good. You know? I mean, I didn't knock the motherfucker. It wasn't like some fucking movie scene.
Yeah, of
Blah,
course,
you know?
of course.
But I lasted and I landed more punches on this fucker's face than he landed on mine. So they were like, decision, Cantrell, win. Yes. Let's go. Right?
$100 in my pocket.
Right,
now.
yeah, right? So then,
A classic David versus Goliath.
but then a bunch of guys roll in, right? And they get out. This motherfucker, he takes one look at me. And he's just like, you want to fight me? I'm like, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm not going to step down, but I definitely want to fucking fight this guy. He's going to
Yeah.
kick my ass. And he's like, all right, well. how would you fight this guy? I'm like, and his butterbean, black dude, right? About my height, maybe a little shorter. Right. I'm like, yeah, I'll fight him. Let's go. I just fought another motherfucker. Like, I just fought him. Right. There's guys that were there and they're like, don't do that. Like, definitely don't do that. You just got punched in the head a bunch. I was like, let's go. I'm drunk. I got punched in the head. I'm ready to fucking fight this guy. We get in there, ding, and I'm looking at this guy because he just knocked me the fuck out. Like, literally just went in, threw a punch, and then it's looking at this guy. But yeah, got up. Yeah, it was funny. Years later, I run into this guy. I'm working in another machine shop, and he's like, "I know you." His first day, my first day. He's like, "I know you." I was like, "I don't know. You Allentown, Philly?" Like, and he's like, "No." He's like, "I know you from somewhere." And then he's like, "I know." Right? He pulls up a video of me after I got knocked out. I got it on my fucking phone. I got it on the phone. Of me after I got knocked out. Like, it's literally like, you know? And then the next video is me fucking dabbing up the guy who knocked me out. Just like, it was an honor to get knocked the fuck out by you. And we're like hugging and yeah, dude. So he's like, that's you. And I'm like, fuck, that's me. But yeah, fun, great. And you know what's even crazier? I'm in like years after that. I'm in a strip club, right, with one of my boys, and we're sitting there, and I'm looking, there's a black dude sitting on the other side of the bar, and he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. Fucking know you. Anyway, then we keep talking, whatever, and I look at, he's looking at me, and I'm like, I swear to God, I know you. So I get up, and I'm like, yo, and he's just like, did I knock you? He's like, you did knock me out! You know what I mean? Like, what's going on, bro? How you been? Like, what the fuck is up? He's like, you want to do coke in the bathroom? I'm like, yeah, let's go!
I feel like now is an appropriate time to mention that Mo has a "Do not do cocaine in my bathroom" sign.
I do.
Good. That's smart. That's smart.
I do. Because there's way classier places to do that.
Hey man, right? Do it like a fucking civilized person.
Right, like on the table.
Yeah. Off your key. Like, off your key. I'm a man on the go.
Someone.
Oh yeah, there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
All right,
This is officially our most unhinged episode that we've had.
I'm thinking about the fact that I contract on Sundays at a church playing guitar.
Oh, shit. All right.
You don't need to tone it down. Don't worry.
Yeah,
You're fine.
This would get this interview. Yeah, I know. This interview would get really short if I had to like.
My father is a pastor. I'm here to bring the holy presence to this conversation.
I think that's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. We need a voice from every fucking party. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
The holy presence.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I got baptized like 5 years ago. Like,
why?
No, not 5 years ago. Like 3 or 4 years ago.
Why did you get baptized?
Because dude who was the last machine shop I was working in, old black man, fucking pastor at a Baptist church, right? And he comes up, he's old as shit, and he's just like, we were boys. Like, fucking love this guy. He was like, he's just a sweet old dude. We'd shoot the shit. But he was evangelical.
Convinced you to get baptized?
You gotta get saved. You gotta get saved. You gotta get saved, Lord Jesus.
Well, I mean, you definitely do gotta get saved.
Dude, they had to change the pool after they did my ass.
They gotta change the pool.
So that thing went straight black.
Yeah, dude. But he was great. And he was like, just do it. And I was like, honestly, it got to the point where I was like, I'm tired of this motherfucker trying to save my ass. I just gotta go get saved, so leave me alone. So, yeah, me and Olivia take the old lady, fucking go, drive out to fucking Norristown, I think.
Olivia to go to do that.
I wasn't going to go by myself. So, you know, I'm like, there's my goofy, skinny white ass hanging out there. And there's like a bunch of other hard motherfuckers that are also there to get saved. And they're in the basement, right, wearing like the sweatsuit to get dipped. And they like walk in, and like they're all talking. And it's like a bunch of men. Like, they're my age older, right, to get saved. Like, they're choosing a good path. Right? They're taking that leaf, right? Turning that leaf, you know? And there's my ass who just is tired of getting nagged by my buddy. You know what I mean? So, and it's like, hey guys. And it's like awkward as shit. They take me up, they fucking dip me. And it was one of the most beautiful, dude, like, one of the most beautiful. Like my family, never religious. My father laughs at religion. Like, it was not, like, literally, if I went home, like, as a teenager and I was like, Pops, I'm gay. He'd be like, all right. You know, but I was like, Pops, I'm a Christian. He'd be like, get the fuck out of my house! You know what I mean? Seriously. So it was like, yeah. And it was like, you know, in that environment, though, it was like, fucking, you know, pull out the water. And everybody's like, let's go. Everybody's singing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they take me out. Everybody's hugging me. Everybody's like, yo, congratulations. You guys are beautiful. It's so good. We're so happy you're here. It was like, I've never been loved to like this before. You know?
Right.
It was like, it was cool. Like literally, we were driving home, and I was like, "We should do this every Sunday."
How old?
Because,
We
like,
should
that-
do this
we should do
every
this
Sunday.
every Sunday.
I was baptized again.
Yeah. No, just like go there because it was like also like I've been to like white people church, and that's just boring as fuck.
This was a black church.
Oh, this was a black church.
That
It was a
makes sense.
Baptist. Yeah, Baptist.
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Right. So everybody was just like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, like just holding me, old ladies kiss my cheek. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was awesome. I was like, that's why I was like, dude, we gotta come back here. These people are fucking awesome. Because it was good. It was a good. It just felt good.
Yeah, white people church is kind of lame.
White
You
people church
sit in the
sucks.
pew, and someone speaks at you for about an hour, and then you sing a single hymn, and then you go.
Well,
home.
see, but
It's
it's like,
either really boring or it's cultish.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
And I've only ever been a couple times because
yeah, it was
Right.
churches and fucking. You know,
I'd
my
burn
my
if I
fiance,
went in
my
one.
ex fiance, her mother was a Mennonite pastor.
Wow.
Really?
But like super cool. Like she was cool. Like a hippie. Like they were hippies.
Okay.
But like yeah,
Okay.
Mennonite fucking pastor.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's
Just
freaking
bringing it back on
bounce
track
back.
because we were talking about you and I wanted to call her Liv for a second. It was not
Victoria.
Liv, Vic.
Victoria.
Yeah. In this print shop, starting this print shop. You were we got off track because you were saying how.
Well, you know, it was his life as a young man at the
Yeah.
time where.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so like
was,
just to kind of paint a picture, like it was fucking chaos. Dude.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I'm like 25, right? I'm
Right.
single for the first time. We were like together for like 5 years, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
I think we met when I was like 19. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like so it's like I am like cuffs off, let's go. I have my own fucking car, I have my own
Right.
fucking place. Like I got nothing. Nothing is holding me back. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I was
You
going.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, I got arrested a lot. But anyway, I'm not gonna get sidetracked. So Victoria,
Yeah.
so we were doing that right, and we were showing a lot, like
yeah.
like making money, dude, like killing it, and like bringing the money back. So it was like Tom and Vic were together for years. He was the guy who made my frames, you know.
Yep.
And
in the wood shop that you helped
that we
build
built.
downstairs.
That we built.
Yeah.
Dude, we had that. We also had like one of the last drive-in movie theaters
Yep.
that existed, right?
Yeah.
Like when the last one went digital, right?
Okay.
So all their old film equipment,
Oh,
reels,
got it.
donated to us.
Right.
So we built a like screening room in that same basement.
Right.
Yo, that's sick.
Right, so we had like a projector, right? So we built a cold storage unit to
Right.
hold all the real film. Like a cooler to keep the film in there. Yeah. No, we had everything down there, bro.
That's
Recording
great.
studio, everything. We built it all ourselves. Like fucking nuts.
Music recording or video recording?
No, well both.
Both.
Yeah.
So did you start doing that as a side thing with Incount or?
No, Incount, Victoria and I, we were like our own thing, but we
Okay.
because like almost paying rent was
Right.
like the project. But also,
Okay.
like I said, you drink as much PBR as you can stomach, and you
Right.
fucking get to build things.
Right.
Right? That's fucking awesome.
Right.
So yeah, it was
Alright.
it was great, especially for like a crazy motherfucker like me at the time. I
Right.
needed that structure. Like I needed that. I needed it.
Absolutely.
Right. So yeah, so we were doing that, and then so one of the founders of the alternative gallery, they're like, have you ever heard of this thing called Pancakes and Booze? Right? And I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
no, never heard of it. She's like, or they are like, yo, like, dude, yo, I'm not gonna go, but you know, you could go. Like, you could take my spot, right? So it's like at this point, galleries like fucking running. I'm curating shows now,
Right.
right?
With
and that's,
pancakes and booze?
no, the gallery. Like I'm
Oh,
I'm
right,
curating my own shows.
Right.
I'm handpicking artists. First show I ever did was a tattoo like flash show, right?
Right.
Hand painted flash, right? From artists that have tattooed me or like I've known and respected, right?
Right.
And I went to like shops, like yo, what's up? Boom, boom. I think I had like 10 artists,
And
right?
these shows are ran out of the warehouse in Allentown?
It's an old
Yeah,
factory.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was basement was like all of like wood shop, print shop, blah 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 blah,
Right.
movies, whatever. First floor was the main gallery, right? That's where we did our exhibitions and our like shows, right? We would do like all day events where we'd have like 20 bands.
Right.
Band plays up here, band plays in the basement.
Right.
Switch all day, right?
Yep.
But yeah, and then second floor was like textile, like almost like a sweatshop, right? Because we didn't own the
Right.
building.
Right.
We were pretty much squatting.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy who owned it lived in like Hoboken, something like that, right?
He just wasn't aware.
So he talked to Brandon Wonder. I'm gonna let you use this much of this building
Right.
And you're just gonna make sure there's toilet paper and the toilets are clean for the studios on the 4th floor. The guard studios, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what you're gonna do. And he said, yes. And then we just took over the
Right.
fucking place, right? Like,
Because then he didn't have to manage anything. Or
no, he didn't do
anything.
shit,
didn't
right?
have to go to the
He
property
wasn't
at all.
paying Brandon to do shit.
Right, right.
Brandon wasn't making any money.
He was
Right.
just doing it.
He was just doing it. So we had this whole fucking factory.
Yeah.
4 stories. Huge, dude. We had. Boom. But yeah, so that was running. I was curating shows. Oh, yeah, but the fucking, the tattoo thing. My buddy Pat tattooing in like fucking like traditional, like old school
Right.
American tattoo shop. They compiled a bunch of Peter Eagle, I think it was Peter Eagle, of his acetates. So it's like art history. Like that's huge. And like his first shop was in Allentown, where I was at.
Right.
So, yeah, anyway, that was like a focal point of the exhibition, and then with New Age traditional American tattoo artists. Yeah. So it's like, that's where
Yeah.
I kind of got the taste for curating and like hanging art, right? Was at the gallery.
Nice.
Yeah, and then, which led me into doing pancakes and booze.
Which is new, right? That's only been, what, like 2 years now, right? That you've been the one who's curating it, at least.
No. So, pancakes and booze has existed for like 14, 15 years.
No, I mean you.
Me, I've been doing it for about 7.
Really? I thought you just started. I thought it was
No.
new.
This is my full-time job. So I was doing the gallery, doing pancakes and booze, and had a full-time job.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Right.
And sleeping
Nuts.
never.
No, dude, I would sleep on Sundays. Seriously, I would just, because like also too at the time, man, like I lived above a bar. I lived above a biker bar.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So like, yeah, if I came home before 2:00 in the morning, my ass was in that bar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Getting a nightcap,
alright.
saying goodnight to everybody.
Yeah.
Because like also most of the motherfuckers lived at that bar.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was just like, hey, what's going on? Hey, Cantrell, how's the gallery going? You know what I mean? How's
Right.
everything? It's good. You fucking old fucking racist piece of shit. Like, let's fucking...
Right.
Dude, like, straight up, bikers. Like, pagan
Yeah,
bikers.
yeah.
Covered in swastikas. Like, nasty
Right.
motherfuckers.
Bro.
But, like, reformed nasty motherfuckers.
Right.
Yeah, like, seriously. Like, the
Right.
ladies that owned it were, like, 2 little old Jewish ladies. Like, yeah. The one, he was a chapter head. Gummy, right? Covered. He had a portrait of Adolf Hitler tattooed on his belly.
That's
like,
crazy.
Vietnam vet, a killer.
Right.
Federal prison, pagan rider, chapter head, right? There's this family called the Nices that come in, right? Mix, right? He was
Yeah.
white, she was black.
Yeah.
Mixed kids. They had like 4 kids. Yeah, teenagers. She was sweet as fuck. Both of them. She'd come in, it's the type of lady, come into the bar, kiss everybody on the cheek. How you doing? Right? We love her.
Yeah.
And there's fucking Gummy. And I'm like, and she came in, and it was like when I first kind of started living there, and it was like, oh shit, this is not gonna be good. I'm gonna say something, get my ass kicked.
Right.
All right? She kissed me on the cheek like she does every time. Goes down, sits right down next to Gummy, gives him a big old kiss on the cheek.
Right.
Right. The kids come in. Right? Mixed kids, right? So like Aryan, like white supremacist motherfuckers, if they hate anything worse than like minorities, is mixed,
yeah.
right? Kids come in, they go to the parents like, hey, can I get $20 for like gas? And they're like, fuck off, dude. Like, hey, no, I'm not giving you $20. I just gave you money, right? You know, like the parent kid thing.
Yeah.
You know, that dynamic.
Yeah.
There's Gummy.
Watching this all unfold.
And he goes, and they come over, hey, Gummy, what's going on, Gummy? He's like, here's 20, here's 20. And they love him up, and they go out. He's like their disgusting old creepy Santa Claus grandfather. You know what I mean? Yeah, it turns out.
Yo, that man has a story. I would love to hear
if he's
his
still
story.
alive, if Gummy's still alive, yeah. I mean, he wouldn't give you motherfuckers the time of day. Like,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
If honestly, no, if you were like, here's like a bag of Coke and like a fucking 40 rack of fucking, I think, Miller High Life, yeah, you'd probably sit down.
Right.
You know?
But-
It would be just as unorganized as this interview, if not more. But
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
yeah.
We can handle it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but yeah,
man,
what a wild
that is
motherfucker.
just-
Yeah. So she would take him to his
crazy.
doctor's appointment because he was like 7 years old, right? Fucking failing health, can't walk without a cane, right? And then he'd take her out to Cracker Barrel, like every other week. That was their relationship. Fucking cool, right?
That is cool.
Yeah. I mean, and like the ladies that like got him his doctor, who's like fixing his health, that gives him a place to, well, when the bar was still there, that gave him a place to live, 2 little old Jewish ladies. And this motherfucker is walking around, literally, swastikas, the most beautifully rendered portrait of Adolf Hitler, tattooed on his big fucking belly. He looked like a dirty Santa Claus. And like, when he'd go to fucking rallies, he's like, I used to just cut a hole right in my fucking t-shirt so everybody could see my Adolf Hitler shaking it, you know what I mean? Like, fucking gross, dude. He was fucked. He was fucked. I hated him. I fucking hate him. And then I saw him interacting with the other beautiful people that are just like, oh, this is gummy.
Right.
Yeah, like, it was just like, I guess, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's fucked. It's,
I guess somehow we can get along, but there's some strange,
yeah, listen.
a strange mix of
this
things that's
fucking
happening.
killer,
Right.
like, fucking killer,
Right.
even after the war, killer,
Yeah.
fucking white supremacist, fucking Nazi, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just white I don't know. No, it's a neo-Nazi. He's covered. He's got Adolf.
He's
Yeah,
new.
and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm new. I'm all about Adolf. Yeah,
Exactly.
And like, yeah, if that motherfucker could be loved by them,
Right.
and like could love them back, dude, we're good.
We're all right.
We're all right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you just
Powerful
need,
thing.
Yeah.
Powerful image. For
and
sure.
in the most poorest, dirtiest, fucking shittiest biker bar you'd ever fucking be in. I remember
Right.
going there and like my parents would be like, I don't even like you drinking in there and you live above it. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Right.
I love it. Yeah, my life was wild at the time, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Women
You know,
all day, fucking
your
out
heart,
with the boys.
Your
like,
heart was broken, and you were working.
I was
Right.
healing my heart
Right.
with the
Yeah.
most debaucherous shit
Right.
I could fucking get my
Absolutely.
hands on. Yeah. And I never stopped.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So you're curating art galleries. You just
I'm
are
just
introduced to pancakes and booze.
So I go down to Philly.
Right.
And the last time I was ever in Philadelphia was me leaving Philadelphia with my tail between my legs because I dropped out of art school.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Went to PAFA, Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts. First art academy in America.
Yeah.
2 scholarships off my portfolio.
Wow.
Walked in that bitch, was like, I'm the hardest mother. Oh my God, I don't know how you guys do this art. Like, I wasn't trained this way. I'm not classically trained. And I just panicked.
Okay.
Shit myself, dropped out. Like,
Right.
fucking bitch, dude. I
And ran
bitched
to
out.
Allentown.
Yeah, well, I ran, got a bunch of jobs, gave up art.
Right.
Heartbroken, found
Right.
art, like got the art thing, and just been running. Yeah. Yeah, so now this is my first time back in Philadelphia. Like,
Yeah.
Philadelphia is like kind of always where I wanted to be. Yeah, so the last time I was there is when I left art school. And so yeah, I go in there, fucking nervous, shit, right? I've been killing it in the Valley. Like,
Yeah.
killing it in Allentown, killing it in, like, you know, those counties. Philly is like, you know, fuck, you know, if you can make it here kind of thing. Especially at that time, my mentality anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so I go there, fucking hang my shit in the back. Like in the very back corner. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know that second room,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There's the bar, back corner.
Right, where you the corner that you walk past to go to the VIP room.
Right.
Right, where
Yeah.
there's a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah.
But it's people who are walking to go to the back. And
Yeah. Back corner. So I hang there, right? And I didn't think anything. Like, you know, I was
Right.
like, I'm just whatever. This is just, thank you. It's very nice to be here, you know?
Right.
The cool thing is that Brandon and Bernie, so they were together, and they were like the mom and dad of the alternative. They came all the way down from the Valley to see my show. Right? Tom and Vic came down to see my show. Fucking Ashley, who was making our paper, came down. Johannes, him and I started Silkscreen in that shop. He's there. So it's like
And
my
that's
whole...
not an insignificant journey.
That's like an hour and a half. Like, it's like an hour, yeah. Yeah.
Really an hour and a half if
Yeah.
you're going into
Yep.
the city from Allentown.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So it's Center City. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all there for my ass. Right.
Yeah.
And so people are coming in. They're seeing. I'm telling them, like, small prints. So it's like at this point, dude, like our print shop, I'm able to mass produce stickers, patches, my large scale prints, my woodcuts, and a lot of this is on handmade paper.
Right.
Fucking
That's
badass,
pretty
bro.
rad.
And it's like, yeah, dude. It's like we are like killing it. Like,
And the
print shop's
sales
killing it.
of these things is where you're pulling in money. You're selling these to people who are coming into these galleries, and like
Yeah.
the stickers, the prints, the
Sure,
the
yeah,
little
yeah,
things, right?
I wasn't even, dude. Like that money would come in and it would be gone the next day.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
'Cause it-
right, because I mean, I'm making.
you're out drinking with
Yeah, partying, meeting women, fucking
getting.
getting into fucking bullshit,
Right.
living life, right?
But
course.
art money is art money nonetheless.
Art money is art money. If you're
Right.
getting drunk off of art sales, that's great.
That's-
if you're eating
right.
off of art sales, that's even better.
That's some
If you're
well-earned
paying
food.
for your housing on art sales,
That's a
You
well.
want-
you're
Wow.
doing it.
Yeah,
You're fucking
yeah.
doing it, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And yeah, and that's at that point. So that night, dude, I got
Right.
people coming in being like, "How much is that?" And I'm like, $200, $300 for prints.
Right.
For prints, dude.
Right.
I can make 1 billion of these, bitch, and I'm selling for $200, and they're like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Take it, it's yours." And it's just like, and it got to, dude, it was nuts. Like, it got to the point where there's like a crowd around my part. And I'm like, yo, this is the motherfucker that makes my paper. This is the person who builds my frames.
Right.
This is the person who runs the print shop with me.
And
like, this is this person. This is this person. And it's like, it was like my entourage. It's like a posse.
The network.
Just sitting there. And they're just sitting there. I got fucking tall boy PBR in my hand. Fucking just, yeah, let's go, sail it. And dude, I sold everything.
Yo!
I sold every piece of art I walk in there with.
And you're putting all these people who have helped you get to this position.
Right.
You're bringing them.
So here's another thing, right?
Right.
Build a community, right?
Absolutely.
Build a fucking community, right? Get another artist who can build your frames.
Right.
Get another artist who can make your paper or whatever, right? And the moment, and this is exactly how I've always done it, and this is how I will always fucking do it.
Right.
That motherfucker, I give them art. They put cash in my hand.
Right.
Thank you.
Right back.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I was
This
gonna
is
ask
mine.
you up front. Is there any monetary exchange in that? Like, I'm buying this frame from you. Like, is there?
No,
they
he's my
were
boy.
just
He's like, I know you got me.
Right.
He was like, the first time I did that, I sold. It was like a small show, but I made pretty good money. And I drove. I could have gone home. Right, home was in the right direction. I drove back, found this motherfucker, Tom Evans. Is the most gnarly motherfucker you will ever fucking meet in your life. You met him.
And what did he do? What was his
So
role?
he was our sound guy.
Right.
He's like he's a musician. He's an artist. He ran the wood shop. He was like the custodian, builder, architect, fucking handyman of the alternative gallery. There is nothing that this man could not do.
Right.
And he was, at that time, he was drunk. Literally all the time. Like, the first time hanging out with him, he pulled an old paper milk carton out of a locker full of whiskey. And he's like, you want some of this? And I was like,
Out
yes.
of a milk carton.
Yeah, dude, because
Whiskey in a
because
milk
because
carton.
it got so bad at the time that he was running sound. They're like, Tom, you can't drink whiskey when you're running sound. Like, you're not allowed to do that. So he said that. So we're getting milk out of a fucking paper milk container. And I'm just...
This motherfucker's drinking pasteurized whiskey.
This is the first time I'm like hanging out with him. He's like, hey kid, you want some milk? I was like, yeah. So we're just drinking whiskey. So
You want some free range Jack?
He's amazing. He's fucking amazing. One of my best
Wow.
friends. But yeah, he was so it's like I remember
That's
like
amazing.
moment I made that money, I came back and I put that money in Tom's hand.
Right.
Every fucking time.
Right.
And like that was like it was important that he knew that. It was more important that I knew that, right?
Right.
Because like here's the other thing. That like the biggest pride that I will ever have in my fucking life, right? Is that like doing something I love and making money doing it and paying my people.
Right.
That's it.
Paying your people.
Yeah,
to
for
pay.
sure.
So here it goes. If you can get drunk off your art money, awesome. If you can eat food off your art money, better. If you can pay rent off your art money, you're doing it, kid.
Yeah.
If you're paying other people's rent with your fucking art money,
Now you're playing big games.
yeah.
No, yeah, I feel like,
Yeah.
honestly, so far, just out from the point of, like, professionalism with your artist journey, like, just the network, the strength of your network sounds
that's it.
like it's...
Right.
You're nothing without people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, you're nothing. You're absolutely nothing. Even like
For
the
sure.
people you don't fucking like. Like I said, like
Right.
Brandon Wonder, like if I was driving down the street, I would probably take a couple seconds to think about it if I was gonna piss on him while he was on fire. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. I'd put him out. But like, I'd be like,
Do you deserve that?
yeah, no, I would though.
Right.
But like, as much malice as I have for that man, I would not be here without it.
Right.
And that's something you have to respect.
It is.
Right? I would not be here without his kindness, right? But at the same time, the bullshit that we went through where we parted, I would also not be here. I'd still be here fucking kissing his ass. You know,
Right.
doing that dumb shit, hanging out in that same fucking spot. Right?
Right.
Yeah. And we all left. All of us left. Victoria, Tom, everybody. We all fucking left that fucking piece of shit. And it's less now.
Yeah.
Like, it's nowhere near what it was.
It doesn't have the soul of you guys who
Right.
helped
Who
build
fucking-
it from the
right,
ground up. You
right.
saw it when it was nothing. You built it into something.
That was
and so
doing
when
it,
you
yeah.
remove the original pioneers of these ideas and this passion,
It's-
you're
yeah.
gonna lose
We
a big.
put on
portion.
an Allentown's Arts Festival.
Right.
Right. So it's like, seriously, so it's like what I'm doing now, which is also like, you know, to God, hopefully, just another stepping stone, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like, you know, to get to where I'm going. But like, dude, like if I would like the career I have now, like curation, putting on an entire city's arts festival, you know, putting up panels, building tents, whatever. That shit was fun as fuck. Talk about running around on a fucking like golf cart, drunk as shit because we had to drink all the beer from the breweries we wanted. Right. Awesome. Yeah. Like that shit was super cool. But yeah, like literally, it really kind of like molded me into like where I am. Or maybe it was just like I just walked in, accidentally got this education, and was like, this makes the most sense to me. I'm gonna walk in that direction. Right. But yeah. So yeah. Just,
So you hit your first big victory with Pancakes and Booze.
Oh yeah, so I fell in love.
And then you're in love with this, and you hit it weekly, monthly.
So it was like yearly, dude. Yearly? I had to wait another year before they came back around.
Wow.
Right. So I go right, and there's this guy Derek, and I'm like, so I walk in. I was doing construction, like I said at the time. I think at this point I had quit the fucking contract. I mean like I literally like cut this, burn the ships, you know what I mean? Right. Like, I was like, I'm gonna fucking make it, because I'm like making money, right? Yeah. Which was the wrong decision. But, yeah, it was like, I quit my job and like had this big fucking celebration, like, print shop's about to make money, I'm making, nah, dude, that didn't happen. Okay. Like, print shop never fucking made money. Brandon wanted to try to capitalize on it. It's just like, we're just gonna produce shirts now. And we're like, this isn't like a money, that's not what we're doing. Like, we're supposed to be doing classes as educational. Right. This is for artists to utilize. I'm not here to just pump out shirts so you can make money so you don't have to sleep on a couch in this gallery. Right. So, everything kind of started going south. My relationship with Brandon Water deteriorated, like, drastically. But this happened after I quit my job.
Of course.
Right. So, it was fucked.
Which puts you in a bad position. Now you're desperate, right?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
Because Pancakes and Booze is a nice hit of the money where you're like, oh yeah,
I'm not gonna live off of like $2,500 for a year, dude. Like it's nothing. Yeah, that's nothing. Like that's good. Like if you're hitting that a month, you know what I mean. Right. But
hitting that a year.
Fuck it, dude. You know what I mean. It's not even car payment
for your booze.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. I couldn't even make $2,500 stretch a year just in beer. But so. Yeah, and at that point, like, I lost so it's like, Brandon actually barred me from the gallery. Like, he's like, you're not allowed here anymore, blah, blah, blah. He did that with a lot of people. Like, there's people that do my shows now, and they're like, hey, you used to be a part of, and I was like, yeah. He's like, well, you still with Brandon? I'm like, no, fuck that. And they're like, fuck yeah, fuck Brandon. Like, there's a sea of people that fucking hate that motherfucker. And they do my shows. There's actually 2 guys that actually they're like, we're here to support you because we hate Brandon. Not to say that there was ever like a competition or like nothing like that. I was unaware of this.
It wasn't a matter of competition.
But they hate that motherfucker so much that they're like, we're gonna do this, for that reason.
It's funny how that kind of thing brings people together, honestly. Right.
Yeah. But yeah.
So now you're in a point of.
So everything kind of fell apart, right?
Yeah.
I had to fucking move home. I didn't have shit. I had so many warrants out for my fucking arrest.
Back to your parents' house?
Yeah, I didn't move. Yeah, like.
Pause. Where did these come from?
Just honestly, dude, being poor. Like being poor. Okay. Like not having not paying parking tickets.
Okay.
Not something else. I know I got in trouble for something. But yeah, so it's like straight up, like, dude, I can't tell you how many times my vehicle has been seized on the side of the highway. Right. Like straight up, like driving, they run your tag, boom, whoop whoop, like. Yeah, your license is suspended. No, it's not. It's right here, guy. Anyway, boys, take his car. And that's it. You're fucked. Left on the side of the highway.
Yeah, and then you just call someone.
My brother. Yeah, we were living together. Right. So I had to move home. I was illegal. My car was illegal. Fucking, just broke. Nothing, dude. And heartbroken again because the girl I was living with in Allentown, that fucking fell apart too.
As well.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like, dude, like super shitty.
And how many years have passed since your
my fiance?
Fiance. Yeah.
I want to say about 4.
4. Yeah. So this is still a pretty close time frame.
Yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There's like a sea of promiscuity and sexual partners in between there.
You said 4 years between what was it, like 2021 or 23?
Like 20. And... So I was like, I think I got to the gallery at 24.
Okay.
Right? I had to move home. I'm gonna say it's the winter of my 27th year, right?
Yeah.
So something like that around there. Yeah. And then and that's really when I doubled down with Pancakes and Booze.
Right.
So at that point, so it's like
and you talk to some management and are like, hey,
Oh
how
yeah,
can I
right.
push
So
this
yeah,
to the next
I meet
level?
I meet Derek, and
Right.
I was like, hey, can I help you carry that drywall in? And he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. And
Yeah.
so I'm helping him set up, and we're shooting the shit. We're smoking cigs. We're broing down like big
Right.
time. And I'm like, yeah, dude, how the fuck do you do this? And he's just like, well, you just know the guy,
Right.
because he'd been working with Pancakes and Booze for almost a decade at that point.
A while, yeah.
And I was like, yo, dude, like, put my name up the line, you know? You let me know what's going on. I'd love to get involved. And I go back. I'm still living in Allentown. You know what I mean? This is after it's come back a year. And I'm, like, looking at the tour dates, right? I'm like, oh, dude, I would love to fucking show in D.C. I'd love to show my art in Manhattan. I'd love to do that. And, but they were booked out. And I hit up Derek. I sent him a text. I was like, hey, man, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Dude, like, a week later, hey, you've been accepted to D.C. You're going to show in D.C. You're going to show in Manhattan. You're going to show in, yeah. So I go, and I'm like, this is, all right, we're cooking. Like, something's happening here, baby.
Now you get money.
Yeah.
Now you get money to be
Nice.
showing your art.
Art, right. And
Instead
then,
of a yearly thing, it's a monthly thing.
right,
Right.
so I go to D.C., I'm with Derek, right? He's like showing me the ropes, like, all right, this is how we do it, bro.
Right.
Like, what's up? We're like sharing a hotel room, like, this is what's up, man.
Yeah.
We go out, we get fucked up, you know what I mean? And I was
Right.
like, you get up, you're fucking hungover as shit, just running, gunning, doing it.
Right.
And, yeah, and then it was like, all right, well, it's time to do Manhattan. I go to
Right.
Manhattan, it was in this 360 club or something like that, somewhere downtown. I think it was like close to, I forget where in Manhattan it was.
And make no mistake, this is work though. Like you're getting up, you are making sure.
Oh,
the
I'm
show
building
is
the show.
happening. You're building.
Yeah, I'm not.
right.
At this point, I'm in no way management, right?
Right,
I'm a grunt. I'm here to
Right.
fucking sling drywall
Yeah.
and whatever fucking needs to happen.
Right.
Right. But I meet the owner,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, hey, we need these supplies from Costco. Can you handle that? I say, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right? I walk out of the venue and I realize I don't know fucking jack shit about New York. I have no idea where the fuck I am.
Right.
And I'm supposed to go to a Costco in Brooklyn.
Right.
I'm in Manhattan. Where the fuck is Brooklyn? You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know what's going on. So I just like,
Right.
and I'm like, maybe I should take the subway. I look at the subway, I'm like, I'm gonna die out here. You know what I mean? So I come back downstairs, I hail a cab, I end up spending like $80 of my own money
Right.
to get there, and I get back. It took me like an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I got it done. And it's like,
Yeah.
sir, there you go. Like, pass the test. Like,
Right.
I figured it out.
So
and I think that's kind
That's
of
a hard puzzle in the middle of fucking New York.
and like, dude, I'm a bitch ass boy from fucking Bumblefuck, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know shit about the city. I can't even get my ass at this point, dude. I barely even knew how to get my ass around Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right, and then you slap me in Manhattan. My dumb ass is still paying $300
Yeah.
for parking because I can't fucking figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting fucked on this. But, you know, I hang my art, I sell some art.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yada yada. And I'm talking to the owner. He's like, "How do you feel about Texas?" Yes, sir. I'd like to go to Texas. He's like, "All right, cool. I'll meet you in Texas."
Right.
Just
Right.
Just like that.
Just like
All
that.
me.
He pays for my ticket.
Sweet.
Okay, nice.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm living at home. I'm like, okay, this is not as bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm flying out. I'm
At
actually
least you have a
doing
purpose.
something.
You have something to do, right?
I'm doing something. Yeah. Yep. And I missed my flight.
Oh man.
Oh
I missed my flight.
no!
So I quick buy a flight, right? It was like
Right.
Okay.
$400
Out
of my
of
own
your
fucking
own
money.
pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Which
so,
you have no job at this point.
No, I think I'm working at the restaurant I grew up in. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
I'm going
right,
back home
right.
working with family. You know.
Yeah.
Still,
$400
$400 is out of your own pocket.
Doesn't
as
matter,
opposed
bitch. I'm
to
going.
paying-
I'm going to.
Right,
I'm
you're
going
going
to
to-
Texas.
Of course.
I'm
You
never
get called
even.
to Texas,
you know what I
you
mean?
go
I
to
think
Texas.
the furthest place I'd ever been is Missouri. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
wow,
Like, so
yeah.
it's like, let's
Yeah.
go, baby.
Yeah.
Right. So, all right. So now I'm going to Texas. And I get to Texas late. Right. So I missed the first half of setup, but it was like whatever. You know. And he was like, "It's
Right.
cool." I figured it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I think. That was it. Right. I wasn't just a dumb piece of shit who fucking missed his flight. I was the guy who I'm the dumb piece of shit who missed his flight. But I still
And
got
then
there.
figured it
I
out.
got
Yeah,
there. I
that's
made
what
it
matters.
happen.
Yeah.
Made it happen. Right. So I get there. We do the show. Fucking hanging out. He's got these two beautiful young women. Like we're hanging out in the fucking green room. I'm
Right.
living, baby. Like
Right.
what is this? This is totally new to me. It's
Right.
fucking nuts. Yeah. And then we have the debauchery. So we ended up some like fucking Middle Eastern fucking dance club where it's just guys and the women are sitting in the corner because like women aren't allowed to dance in that culture, so it's just a bunch of dudes. dancing. And I'm like hanging out with them. I'm trying to fucking dance, and they're like, not having it, dude. So the owner of the club comes out, and he's just like, why don't you guys come with us? Like, we had, met some young ladies elsewhere at another bar, and they came with us. Dude's like, come, I have another club. Come with us. And he walks us across the street to this club, completely empty. Just us. What do you want to drink? Tom orders something. They bring out a bottle. It's just us. These two women, us. I'm like 26, 27, right? Never been to Texas before, and now I'm getting fucking bottle service in a club, just us.
Right.
Yeah. I almost got fucking my ass beat by a bunch of dudes that did not want to dance with me. I had no idea. I was talking to their ladies, and they're not keen on that. But yeah, so the guy probably just came out, and he was like, I don't want anybody to kill me in my club. Yeah, and it's not going to be like, you guys are spending money. You guys look like Tom looks like he's got money. I sell him coke, maybe. Right. You know what I mean? Like I'm his weed guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. So it's like I had no idea. Like but he looks at Tom and Tom's got money. Tom looks like he's got money. So I'm gonna put you in this other club. Yeah. So he gave us. It was great. Fucking awesome. That was my first show on the road with Pancakes and Beans, right? Like as somebody who's doing it. And then boom. Next, now I'm doing New York by myself. I'm doing fucking DC with
by yourself, no Tom.
No Tom. Right.
Wow.
It was with this fucking cunt from Canada. He fucking sucks. I fucking hate that guy.
Just because you feel he sucked because he was a terrible person, or because he was just detached from the whole operation and didn't know how to run shit?
Both. So it's like the first time I meet him, we're sitting in a bar like this, right? And I give him like one of these like head bump kind of these, one of those guys like much love, brother, respect. And then he fucking pushes away. He calls me, you know what I mean? And it was like,
what the fuck?
Oh, okay. All right. So I see who I'm all right, I understand.
Okay.
Who I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those love, man. Like respect, head bumps, like one of those. I'm being vulnerable with you, right? Showing like boom, like almost giving you my back like a trust.
Right.
Right? And he gives me that, calls me that. And it was like, all right, well, we still have to work together tomorrow. You fucking dummy. Yeah, and then he was.
You really threw him a bone, and he was like.
Yeah, right. And then on top of that, like, so we got our money back, right? Because a lot of our operation was cash at the time.
Right.
And he's out there flirting with this very attractive door person, right? So I get you, man. But like, you gotta keep your eye on the fucking shit, right?
Right.
So they're out flirting in the back, and there's the earnings for the whole fucking show.
Right.
For all of New York is sitting there unsupervised on a fucking table, and it's just like yoink. I may be a dumbass, but I know what the fuck is up, right? Attention to fucking detail. Take care of your shit. Make sure it's fucking done.
Yeah.
Put that in there. He comes back, fucking, dude, white as a ghost. Like, hey man, have you seen the money bag? And I was like, I haven't seen it. You don't know where that's at? You know what I mean? Gave him one of those. He's fucking pissing himself. I was like, I got it here, fucking dumbass. Like, yeah. And then after that, now it's just me, right? I'm the eye running, right? Doing that. Fucking.
Did you tell this to the higher ups at the company?
No,
or
no, I'm not a rat.
But
I want you to know that you.
He's not a rat. He's a shit rat.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Get it, right. Right. But it's like they don't need to know this, right? But also, it's like I think that like as far as like management and like working, right? Art world, whatever. Right. I think everybody should work in a fucking factory.
Right.
Or like doing construction, something like that, right? The person next to you, right? Fuck management. Right. Fuck them. They're getting their money. We're here bleeding to make sure it happens, right? But protect them. Right. A lot of times, they're gonna fucking suck. Be the motherfucker who can pick up their work and yours. Right. Be able to work 2 jobs.
Right.
While you're working your fucking 3 other ones to make sure you're a successful fucking artist.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair point. Yeah.
Right. You have to want to work.
Right.
If I'm not working, I'm fucking depressed as shit.
Right.
I'm drunker than I usually am.
Well, things aren't going to happen if it's not people like you who are picking up the slack and fucking making it work.
Right. But the people like that, there's a lot of people like me, they need it. Right. You gotta need it. Right. And the crazy thing is that, like, I want you guys to definitely fucking know, I'm lucky. Right. I'm sitting here talking to you dummies because I got fucking lucky.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I got
a lot
lucky.
Of it is luck, yeah.
So I do these shows now, right? So like fast forward to now, right? I just did an entire tour throughout the entire United States, right? Running this shit now, right?
Nice.
And you make enough money to pay your own rent, to have your own house.
And my people.
And
my stuff.
Very nice.
Right?
Nice. Right.
The artists that I put on are just as, if not more, dedicated
Right.
to their shit than I am. The only difference between me and them is that someone paid for my flight to get there.
Right.
They paid for that themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
They are the motherfuckers who just, hey man, I'm sorry I'm late. I didn't sleep last night because I had to finish this piece. Don't touch it, it's still wet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, like, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to drive from 3 states to get here.
Right.
Is there any way I could get in the show? Right.
Course,
Those
yeah.
motherfuckers. And then still pay to get in.
Right.
Knowing that there's no fucking room. They gotta hang underneath somebody else's art. Right? They can only hang the one piece, even though they brought fucking 10.
Right.
That's dedication. Being an artist is the... Here you go. This is the fucking rant. Being an artist is the hardest, worst fucking thing you could ever fucking do to yourself.
Right.
Nobody who is a real fucking artist chooses to be an artist. Nobody wants this fucking life. Nobody. I'm telling you. Because all this, what did we just go through, man? Like, fucking arrested, car taken, heartbroken, drunk all the fucking time, living in shit, losing my shit, having my shit taken. Dude, it's nuts. It's a fucking adventure, and I'm gonna paint it up to look really fucking pretty because we're drinking champagne.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you
course.
how often I fucking sat in my fucking room and just didn't want to fucking do it anymore.
Yeah.
Right? I can't tell you how many fucking times there's been that, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure most of the artists that I fucking deal with have put a shotgun in their mouth too. Like, it's fucking real. No one chooses this, right? Anybody, like, so it's like, there are artists that do my show and they're like, and I'll see their fucking posts on fucking, you know, TikTok or Instagram. They're fucking living it up. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. This is my first art show. Look at me, I'm an artist now. Fuck you. No, you're not. You're an artist because you woke up one day and you were fucking 5 years old and you started drawing. You're like, this is the only fucking thing that makes sense. Or I started dancing and this is the only thing that fucking made sense. Or I'm singing or I'm playing guitar. This is it. This is the only way I know how to fucking communicate or hear things, right? This is it. This is how I see the world. This is the way I project my view of the world through, right?
Right.
That's it. If that wasn't your only option coming out the fucking gate, right?
Then you wouldn't make that 3-hour drive with that wet paint.
Right,
You
exactly.
fucking
You wouldn't.
pay
You wouldn't.
that
And you know
money
what?
at the
You would have
door.
been a fucking lawyer.
Right.
You would have been a fucking doctor. You would have had a fucking real job. Or you would have stayed in the fucking factory and worked up and become middle management. Like,
Sure.
that's what you would have done. No. You would rather be a fucking shit rat, fucking traveling from fucking state to state, selling your shit, right? Giving stuff up, fucking getting fired from fucking jobs, right? Going to Thanksgiving, being like, hey, cousin doctor over here, or like fucking, hey, yeah, fucking Brian's an engineer now. What are you doing?
I'm
I
eating
make
machines.
pictures. It's like, I draw things. Right, exactly. And I eat crayons. I smoke crayons, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Oh my
Like,
God.
Yeah.
unless you fucking choose that, that's what a fucking artist is. And it's painful, dude. It is painful. And I can't, it's not for the faint of heart. Like, it's not. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But if you have to do it, if you absolutely have to do it, right? If you got that thing in you, right? In your blood and in your guts that is like, I don't have a choice is the only option, right?
Yeah.
And it's, we're either going through the store or we're going to sit here behind it and be depressed the rest of my life. Okay. Work 2 jobs. And make art. Do not sleep, right? Don't be as stupid as me. Probably, eat, drink water, that dumb shit. But, yeah, just see the goal, right?
Yeah.
And, don't necessarily, just go, just do. Don't worry about the bullshit. Keep going, move through it. Walls, hurdles, fucking boom, go through. Just don't stop. And, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make, you're not going to be a famous artist. You're probably going to be that weird man or woman that lives next door to that family, and you just have like the weird shit in the backyard, and the old broken down motorcycle in the front or whatever. And
You're just describing your house.
and yours, motherfucker. I love you.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna end up just being an artist.
Yeah.
The end of the road being an artist, and I know, like, I went to PAFA for a second. Right. I went to PAFA for a year, and I talked to the professors. I studied under Oliver fucking Grimley, dude. Like, that motherfucker fought a world war, had 7 wives, and is one of the most beautifully renowned, most renowned American illustrators we've ever fucking had.
Right.
And he just died.
Right.
He wasn't famous. He wasn't a fucking baller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was
He
it.
was an artist.
But he was an artist. Right. Yeah. The most beautiful fucking artists are the ones that just ramble at you sitting at a bar on a fucking random afternoon that are in their 60s, barely fucking paying rent.
Right.
Right. Live your life now. Do it. Go get paid to punch somebody in the fucking head.
So that you have something to ramble at. To
Right, exactly. Because if not, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Yeah. Being an artist is also not being, and this is going to be so fucking cliche, and I hate that it's coming out of my mouth, is that you're not a part of the mold. You're not one of the, you know what I mean? You're not the 9-to-5er. You're not the, you know what I mean, the cookie cutter or whatever.
Right.
And goddamn it, buddy, I have fucking tried. I've tried so fucking hard to be one of them. White picket fence bullshit.
Right.
Find the man or woman. Get fucking married. Have the 2 kids. Get the fucking job. And stay there and retire.
Comfortable. That's
No, it's not. No, it's comfortable. It's comfortable
In
for
concept.
everybody else.
Right.
If you're an artist, that's a slow, agonizing,
Right.
quiet death.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
It's comfortable to look at.
It's comfortable. So when you do go to
exactly.
Thanksgiving, or on
Right.
paper to the government,
It's comfortable
yo, look
for
good.
everybody
It
else
helps.
to look at.
Bingo, baby. Give me that. Yeah. It's comfortable for everybody else. And also so you're fucked. If you're an artist, if you're true, you're a fucking artist, you're fucked. No matter what, right?
Yeah.
Because that isn't comfortable for you.
And
but your
being an
life
artist
is
ain't
not
comfortable either. Right, yeah.
Right.
But it's fucking beautiful. It's the most most beautiful fucking thing you're ever gonna do. Yeah. It's amazing. It's the best. It's the fucking best. It's the fucking best. And it's gonna kill you. Oh my god, it's gonna kill you.
Right.
But fuck yeah. I mean, goddamn, anything else kills me, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's good, man. It's awesome. I'm what, 32, right? Yeah.
As we said
I'm
before.
32.
I thought you were still 29.
I thought I was still 18.
But that was fucking a little while ago.
Right.
I guess.
But yeah, and so it's like, all right, some of the best advice I ever got was from a professor, also a pastor, I forget his name. Badass motherfucker. But he's like, you're never done being an artist, right?
Right.
You're done learning, right? All right, so you're never, excuse me, let me rephrase it. You're never done learning, like, how to be an artist, right? So it's like, you're never wake up one day and you're like, I'm an artist. Like, I figured it out. This is it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, made it. There's no plateau to that.
Yeah.
Right.
You are done learning how to do this and how to be this and be better when you die. When it is physically impossible for you to retain any more knowledge, for you to, like, listen to anything else, to try anything new.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So it's like looking at, like, idea of, like, success or career, right? I'm not talking about any of that entrepreneurial bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm talking just, like, being an artist, working your shit, doing your fucking thing, whatever. Like, showing in shows, building a brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever. Building
I mean,
a
that's
brand.
what you say, like, it being entrepreneurial bullshit. Like, it is entrepreneurial bullshit.
Yeah, but it's also, if you fucking tell somebody you're a punk, you're not a punk.
Right. It's true.
That's the ticket, baby.
Right. Stop trying to be a thing. Stop trying to be a tech bro. Like, never mind. I'm not gonna get into bullshit. But, like, stop saying you're something.
Right.
And just be it.
do it.
Just be you.
Just be it.
If people want to put labels on that, sure, but
Right, exactly.
you're
Yeah,
you.
just be you. Right. You trying to put yourself in a mold is just gonna skew your own identity, right?
At that point,
yourself, right?
at that point, it's
Definitely.
just as bad as trying to fit the picket fence mold.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
It's all the
don't
mold.
fucking do that. Just and like you spend time trying to be like, what am I? You know what I mean?
Right.
What am I? What am I? You know,
Right.
No, dude, you're better off not being anything. Just be
You are you.
It's
Just
one
be
of the
you.
most depressing things about uploading my music to Spotify and
But they put you in a-
and releasing
they're like,
my,
what are we
and
supposed to
releasing
do
my,
with this?
and releasing my album. Like the first thing that I had to do was what
genre?
2 genres are you the closest to?
You're like, you
And I-
fucking bitch.
I'm like, all right,
This and
whatever.
this.
I'm like, all right, whatever. Folk, blues,
Cool.
and then it's like, what 6 sub-genres of folk and blues are there?
Right.
Yeah.
I swear
Yeah.
to God, I have never heard of these genres before in my entire life.
Oh, yeah.
I opened
Right.
up the little slider, and it's like soul, funk, southeastern Floridian blues, and I'm like, that's not a thing. It's just the blues.
Right.
Okay,
Dude,
let's
just
keep.
slam it. Be like, you know what? Yeah, let's fuck this algorithm up.
Let's keep going. has lived next to an oak tree blues. Like, what are you talking about?
Dude, that's dumb
What
shit.
genre? That's not a subgenre. What is this?
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess in that just don't do anything. Don't do anything. Just fucking Tom Evans. I wish that like he was just like sitting here because like I would be like I'm not putting anything I'm saying today eloquently at all, but anything that I have said that's like in a formatted like sentence that's like proper, right? He would just take that and scream it at you, but in Tomisms, where it's just like, so he would just be like, just shut the fuck up, Sally, pick up your skirt and just do it. You know, it's just like, just be you, who don't care. And I think that's amazing. Like, and having that as like a, I don't want to call him a mentor because he'd fucking hate that, or just make fun of me for it. But
why though? Like honestly, cause like I feel like there's just like there is a strong lack of mentors and just people that I see around, and like that's a thing that people need.
But like we're talking, all right. So if we're going back, like talking, like, all right, fuck it, I don't give a shit. We're talking about men, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like if I'm like, so like from me and then younger, right? We can be like, hey buddy, I love you. Like you mean a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I love you. I kiss him on the cheek all the time. You know what I mean? I tell him I love him. I scoop him up. Oh my god, look at you, you look great. What are you doing? This is
He's
nice.
got it. I take all his money from him. It's like, nice.
And you break my fucking leg. Yeah, you do say you fucking.
I did break
Cowboy Moses has debilitated my leg. But actually,
I'm not proud of that.
You did make me look cool as fuck for a certain amount of time because, dude, straight up, I had to wear a full leg brace for like 6 months, like here to there.
I made him look cool, and I felt cool because I broke his leg.
Yeah, he tore my ACL. He didn't break my fucking leg. But I literally, but I still rode the motorcycle. So I'm riding with this fucking full sleeve up on the block, like on the engine block, in a brace, just fucking riding.
That goes hard.
Yeah, so, yeah. If life tears your ACL, just use that to look the coolest you've ever looked before.
Right.
You know, just keep doing hard shit. Like
Left tears your ACL,
He got the better end of
the
it because he
engine
got to
block.
look cool. I'm not gonna go around telling people that I broke a friend of mine's fucking ACL.
Yeah.
Then you just look like an asshole.
Yeah, I just look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Just
We were all fighting.
Just get. Oh
That
yeah.
night.
Oh my
We were
God,
all
yeah.
fighting.
Yeah. He just
And
he
I
finished
I
it.
just won.
Yeah. He finished it. And always be that guy too. Don't start it, but be the guy who finishes
I
it.
hate starting it.
Yeah, I know. And you're such a fucking passive, you fucking bitch. How did I get my shit, bro? Fucking vegetarian pacifist motherfucker. Don't even drink. God damn it.
I'm drinking right now. I'm making it.
Doesn't even drink. Poured like this much champagne into his.
Right.
I'm a Mennonite. I don't know what that means.
Mennonite. Well, you know what they say about Mennonites? If you take 2 Mennonites fishing, they're going to gossip about the other Mennonites, and they're not going to drink any of your beer. But if you take 1 Mennonite fishing, they're going to drink all your beer.
See, that's why I said it.
Yeah.
You were about to say something about like
men.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
okay.
men.
Yeah, like mentorship and all that stuff.
Right.
So it's like the older generation. So it's like most of the motherfuckers my age and older, right? It's going to be like, hey man, good job today. Right?
Yeah.
So if I sit down with Tom, and don't get me wrong, like I kiss that. He's 45. Yeah, he's like 45 now. But he's he still plays in a punk band. You know what I mean? Still does his shit. He's just a rowdy motherfucker. Like never gonna be tamed. Like I hope to one day own a home. Right? I want to one day own a business. Right? I want to one day probably have kids. And fuck the white picket fence. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm probably gonna have that fucking.
You're still gonna be an artist as a father. But,
Right.
But,
So it's like I want everything life's got, but I want to do it my way.
Your way.
Damn, I'm so sorry. It's like doors and windows of conversation where it's just like, anyway, this conversation, we're going that way. Right? But I was gonna say,
we like the
is that
details.
so one of the big problems of like being an artist, and so in order to be an artist, you really need to be an individual. And I can just say to like the people listening to this, if you are just like hanging out and you don't know what to paint or draw or whatever, and you want to do a Frida Kahlo portrait, fucking stop. Don't do that. You want to do a portrait of Biggie? Stop. You want to just do a bunch of anime characters wearing chains. Stop. Because everybody else is fucking doing that. Everybody's doing that, right? If it's practice, I get it, right? You're working on your portraits. Fuck yeah, do something you admire, right? But if you're presenting yourself as a fucking professional artist, right? And the pouring painting, like where you're just mixing colors and pouring it on canvas. So I do this everywhere. I do this everywhere, right? And I'm probably, you know, whoever's listening, I'm definitely pissing people off and I'm trying to sound like an asshole.
Probably.
But I have to make sure that when I hang you guys in a group show, that you're on different sides of the room. Because if I hung you guys all next to each other, it would be an entire line and you guys would see how redundant you are.
Right.
Right. So here's the thing.
Individual is important.
Yes. Right. Just don't do something because it's going to sell. Don't do something because it's the only thing you know. Right?
Do it because
it
that's
just
the
is.
art.
Right? I'd rather make bad art than fucking, you know what I mean,
copy
redundant
someone
art.
else that's good.
Yeah. Just yeah. So it's hard being an artist because in order to do that, in my opinion, correctly. This is all the ramblings of a drunk fool, by the way. In my opinion.
But it's recorded, so.
So it's law.
Yeah, that makes it a
it's law,
yeah.
bitch.
Now people have to abide by it.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you can suck it.
Yeah. You can suck my dick from the back.
Yeah, full circle!
Full circle,
Full
bitches!
circle!
Full circle, bitches! Go! Hey, yo.
Beautiful.
Yes! That better be the title of this fucking podcast. So it's hard. It's hard being an artist because in order to be an artist, in my opinion, you do need to be an individual, right? You gotta be a little fucking crazy. Like if I'm looking at your work and I'm like, you like Bukowski, right? Sure. That's awesome. Fuck yeah, do that. Right? If somebody looks at my work, they're gonna be like, okay, dude, you're obsessed with fucking German expressionists, you know, like fucking printmakers. And, you know, obviously you love Japanese prints. You know what I mean? Like, blah, 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 from this time to this time. Or this guy. Yeah, of course, because I had to look at shit, right?
Yeah.
You're always gonna take something from something and make it yourself, right?
Yeah, inspiration comes from somewhere.
You do need to be an individual. The problem with that is there's nobody there to tell you what's up. Mentoring. That's why it's important to be a mentor. It better be really fucking hard to find one though.
Right.
Right? If you're doing it right, I feel like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to find a mentor.
Right.
You know? Because if you're a rowdy fucking bitch and you're doing shit your own fucking way, it's gonna be hard to find somebody to do
Right.
like. And also, I've had some mentors. Sue Wright, fucking amazing woman. She's the reason I'm a printmaker. You know, I was like doing like Banksy like fucking stencils
Right.
on pieces of paper and then fucking tagging them up all over my high school. Like propaganda style, right?
Oh, man.
Security were so pissed at me, but they loved us. The security fucking loved us, dude. But yeah, they'd be like, dude, I gotta take these down, Cantrell. Like, stop putting them up everywhere. But I was doing that, and she was like, yo, dummy, like, the graffiti thing, I get it. It's cool, it's hip. Have you ever thought about printing like a printmaker? Like, well, yeah. Showed me there'd be a printmaker. She was a huge advocate for me.
Who was she in your life?
So she was my high school art teacher and my father's cousin's wife.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't know that until we got there.
What school
Wild.
did you go to?
I went to Souderton, Souderton High, yeah.
You went to Souderton.
Went to Souderton. My brothers went to Souderton. My uncles went to Souderton. My father went to Souderton. You know, I was the last Hollingsworth. Well, no, Andrew. Yeah, so Ryan was. I graduated with two of my cousins, right? So it was like Hollingsworth.
Right.
And we were the last class to leave those doors because they demolished it the next year.
Wow.
Yeah, we were the end of that
I
legacy.
didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And actually, I feel like a lot of the time, like, because I'm an egotistical fuck, you know what I mean? I'm very self-centered. Is that it's like I do feel like there was like an end, like that, like an end of a generation, you know, with like me, and like people.
I do think that your generation does offer an interesting cutoff line in the note of what you were saying earlier, where like you can go to Moses and you can be like, "I love you, brother. Good job."
Oh yeah,
where,
but before that, yeah,
Oh,
no.
yes,
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Tom, right? So it's like
Right.
if I went to Tom and I was like, "Hey, you're a mentor," he'd be like, "Shut up." You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's a guy where. So here's the other thing. So it's like, I'm running all these shows,
Right.
right? doing this crazy shit, yada yada, right? I'm still doing fucking odd jobs on the side.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still work with a buddy from the bar, right?
Right.
I was sanding I was spackling and sanding a wall and digging a trench literally yesterday.
Right.
And I think that is just like a need for a task, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, fuck it, yeah, dude, fucking put a couple extra $100 in my pocket a week.
Right.
Fucking let's go. So it's like never have a day off and get comfortable with not having days off, right? And the days off that you do have, I get really drunk. I don't know if that's what you should do, but yeah. But it's like
live them how you want to.
How to live them, yeah. There's definitely way healthier.
No, but I think living how you want to is an important part of it.
Right.
Because it's like you slave away at your job, slave away at your art, and find some way to carve out a day. Because it's all work. It's all work. Find out a day where you can be you.
Yeah.
Where you can do what you want to do. You can get drunk. You can go ride a motorcycle. You can go fucking punch somebody in the head.
You could do all three.
You could do all. You could
honestly, I recommend
all three.
doing all three.
You could lay on the ground and stare at the fucking sky.
That's
Just
right.
find a day to do
you can actually, so you push motherfucker, he knocks you out.
And
then you wake up and you're like, damn, this is a good day.
This is
all
what you're saying.
so
do you want to get drunk, ride your motorcycle over here so I can knock you out?
Yeah, and then I can, it's like, and I'm just sitting there and I like wake up and like, that's a bunny. And you're like, that is a bunny.
This is all like
looking at clouds.
This is all like the energy of like of grind culture that honestly that was massive in the teens in like 2010 through this I think it stopped around like 2018 honestly.
Nah, grind culture never
but
stopped. But
that's the thing. I feel like grind culture stopped in certain circles. And those are the ones that I feel like it's not actually fulfilling the way that art to an artist is fulfilling.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I get the grind, right? The grind, right? But that's like, you guys have to like, listen, like, make money, right? Because that's the society we live in, right? You want to make the money. Make the fucking money, baby. You know what I mean? But like, that shouldn't be your, like, it was never... For me, it was never like, I'm making art to make money. The price point on my piece was the validation that my art was good enough. Right? If somebody pays me $500 fucking dollars for a piece, that's validation. Right. I'm just gonna drink that fucking money. You know what I mean? Or it's gonna go to my landlord. Or it's gonna fucking go into my tank so I can get to the next fucking show. Right? I always had a job. So money from the art wasn't a thing. It was a validation. It was wanting to be an artist. Right. Not making money. So the grind culture where it's just like, let's go, fucking wake up, get that fucking, bake that bread, get that shit, grab the bag. You know, like that shit is like, if we're just here to fucking make money, you should have been a fucking lawyer, you dumb bitch. You know? Right? So like the grind culture, as far as like the artist community, yeah, baby, get that fucking job. Work really fucking hard. Make that art. Stay up late. Maybe go to work late. You know what I mean? Because you were up making that fucking piece or writing that fucking, you know what I mean, that chapter. You were fucking playing that song. You were getting that recording in, right? Do that, right? And then work your ass off networking that, right? Dude, half of this fucking job is just meeting people. Yeah. And dealing with human beings. Yeah. God damn. And like a lot of the creatives I know, that is blasphemy. Like, what do you mean I gotta talk to people? Right. I gotta deal with humans? Like, that's insane.
A big part of... I see it a lot. Like, for me, I don't feel it as much, but I see it in a lot of artists where they're like, all right, this is my art. I want to keep it to myself.
Right. See, that's a real art. That's art, baby. What's her name? Can you look up... so there's this woman. She was a photographer, right? She was a... she was a nanny. Okay? I'm like, hey, like, yeah, right. Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Yeah, this is 20 questions.
She was
here.
an artist. She was a nanny.
She
had black hair. She had a mole on her left cheek. Left cheek. Yes.
So she was a photographer.
Her center cheek. She had a mole on her nose.
Center cheek.
Yeah.
She's a photographer, right? But she was a nanny, right? And she on the weekends, her days off, she just walked around the cities that she was living in and just shot people. Right. You know what I mean? Taking pictures. All black and white, right? And she rarely developed anything. Okay? They just sat. The reels just sat.
Yeah.
And she like bounced around. I think she was like 3 families she was with. She like nanny these kids. They were a huge formidable part of these children's life. And then she died, right? She never had children of her own, never married, nothing, right? So she was just, aside from the memories of these children that are now in their 50s, she's just a fucking phantom, just a breath. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just, you know, gone. The only tangible, concrete evidence of this woman ever fucking existed were in boxes in a storage unit, I think, of undeveloped film. There was a yard sale or a auction, whatever. Some fucking hipster ass fucking bitch comes walking in this fucking auction, and he's like, oh, fucking something stupid like $25, $50. Bought all these boxes of undeveloped film, and he gets it developed, and it fucking turns out she's the most prolific fucking photographer in American like art history, right? She changed the game. She changed it. Like, we'd never seen this style, like what she was doing, like it was breathtaking. So then this motherfucker got he had her entire life's work undeveloped.
For $25.
Something like that. Something stupid, right?
Yeah,
and now it's on tour through Europe and all throughout the world.
Right.
Any of these names?
I don't remember, dude. I'm bad with names.
Famous female photographers undiscovered till death.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and like they're on tour everywhere now. It was, so imagine being that fucking good
Right.
and never even wanting to show anyone.
caring.
Never caring.
Never
You're just
caring.
doing it because you don't know what else to do.
Right.
That's real art.
You said American, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. No, she's definitely American. There's a documentary on about her and all that sorts of shit. But, damn it, you know what the fucking tragic thing is?
It's
I'm sitting
Vivian
here-
Dorothy Meyer.
Yeah.
It's probably her.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's her.
Vivian
Okay.
Dorothy Meyer.
Yeah. Meyer spelled Maier.
Yep. And you know what's even more tragic? I didn't even know a fucking name.
Yeah.
Right.
But that is,
it's the essence of
that's
her.
it. That's it. It's like seen and not heard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, artists move everything,
Right.
right? Every fucking thing in here was designed by an artist. I mean, you're an aesthetic fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you have a very specific artsy aesthetic. It makes sense. Right. So it makes sense that everything in here is very artsy. But even if we were in just a very, like, minimalist fucking whatever, an artist still fucking had to do that. You know what I mean? That was someone's style.
Yeah.
Someone created that.
Right.
Everything is art. Every fucking thing is art.
Somebody made that chair. Somebody made that painting.
Like this design of this chair.
Right.
An engineer, you know what I mean? Like, it's everything, man. It's literally fucking everything. And, I don't even care the name of this motherfucker invented this chair, but thank God they existed because I like this chair.
It's a good chair.
It's a good chair. Yeah, you really gotta talk to my old lady because I got chairs like this. Not as nice, but like she wants
I
to
got a
get rid of
chair
them so
plug.
bad. And
Does she want a chair like this?
no, she's trying to get rid of my chairs.
I have no. Look at this place. Do you think I got?
I'm not
space for
giving
that?
you my chairs. I'm saying I want to keep my chairs. You need to convince her to let me keep my chairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm supposed to pick up a couch today.
I can convince her to let you keep.
You can't convince a lady of anything.
She likes me.
Gosh.
Yeah, which is odd because you don't like anybody.
I know. But look at me. I'm still like.
And she's putting so much time in just not hating me that she doesn't have any fucking empathy for anybody else in the world.
Tall order. Tall order.
Tall order.
Yeah, you guys been dealing with me for like an hour and a half. Imagine living with my
Yeah,
ass.
speaking of that, honestly, we're probably going to have to wrap up. Right
That's fine.
now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's too close.
Yeah.
God.
So you started out as a shit rat. I mean, you're still a shit rat.
Shit
at
rat,
heart.
always be a shit rat.
Right.
And that's kind of your message.
Yeah, that's my message. No, message is definitely it's like don't expect glam. Don't just be an artist because you're an artist. Expect to work your fucking ass off. Make your money, but don't let that be your driving force. Like that shouldn't be the reason you're an artist. If you got into art to make money, you're a dumber person than you're just fucking dumb. You're fucking really stupid. Because that's not the whole point. Like arts being an artist is like or more so like one of the most beautiful curses that could ever be like dropped on you.
Right.
Yeah, because you can't get rid of it. You're gonna have to do it. And it
If
sucks.
you ignore it, you'll be miserable.
Right. Yeah. So you just have to do it. But if you are an artist, my heart goes out to you. You're one of me, and I'm one of you. And yeah, you got to keep shaping everything. A lot of like the world kind of like looks to us to like make things look beautiful and tell them what these fucking stupid bitches are supposed to think and do and act like, and how they're supposed to dress. That's our job. It's what we do. It's but it's one of the most thankless fucking paths.
You think for yourself and you put it out there, and if people want to choose to
emulate
gravitate towards it,
then they will. Right.
So, thank you so much for being on. If someone wanted to support you in any way, how would we be able to do that?
Website,
where can we
Instagram,
find your work?
business.
Is this the part where you play in the arms of an angel for 50 cents a day? And just 50 cents a day, you can support a Cantrell near you.
Exactly.
So.
We have our own Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, right. She just walks in with an act flowing down. That's awesome. So I got I've just been really busy just putting on shows. I've been a facilitator for so long. I really haven't been making my own work.
Right.
I do really want to get back into the graffiti game. So it's kind of like this full circle, right, kind of thing. So right now I'm trying to transform my wood blocks, take a really traditional look, traditional take printmaking and turn it into graffiti. Doing that. If you want to see my art, you're cooler than most, and you can do that on Instagram. Right, that's kind of where I haven't updated my websites. Hopefully I'll update. So if they're updated and you view this, it's CantrellHollingsworth.com. Red Hound Heavy Hammer. You can look me up there. That's my LLC. Get an LLC.
Important.
That's important. I was just talking.
Red Hound Heavy Hammer.
Red Hound
is that your website?
That's me. Yeah. So Red Hound Heavy Hammer.
And Cantrell Hollingsworth.
Cantrell Hollingsworth. Right. So those are both of those website, Instagram. Do the Instagram thing. Pancakes and Booze. If I'm still with them. Right. And and hopefully. More things to come. But yeah.
Links, socials done. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Love you guys.
Au revoir.
Yep. Should I say the thing or catchphrase?
Yes.
Yeah. Suck my dick from the back.
Well, I'll be dogged. That was pretty good. Well, I hate to see you go, but that's the end of the episode. Don't worry, because we're going to have another one out next week. And we're bringing in Lewin Beringer from Garage Band and Beyond. And we're going to talk about how to be a musician and a YouTuber. I'll see you there.
The Art of Possibility podcast, featuring Casey Brown, Moses Stubbs, Bobo G, and Andrew Curry, is brought to you by Mechanizer Studios and AG Digital Media. You can find us on streaming services everywhere, and on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube as @ArtofPossibilityPod. Thank you.